Hey besties, welcome back to another episode of IEM Besties. I'm Stephanie Ramierez.
I'm Vanessa Cazarez.
And I'm Hugo Pimentel.
Woo woo!
Yeah. So, you guys, this is my baby's father,
Yes.
Hugo.
Hi, everyone.
Some of you guys hear me talk about my baby's dad here and there. Well, now you can put a face to
It's
the
me,
name.
y'all. It's me. I'm the guy she's been talking about.
Think of the baby, but think of her baby like that, but tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Literally your twin.
So we're having him on today because Hugo is super into a lot of interesting topics that we are so ready to dive in with you guys today.
Mm-hmm.
And today's episode is going to be special because a lot of you guys have been requesting for us to do an episode where we are a little...
in the clouds, just vibing, hardcore.
So that's what we're doing for y'all today.
Yay.
So give us a second. We'll be right back.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
What's your favorite curse word?
Probably fun.
Probably fuck.
I'm dead as fuck.
I like how you were about to actually answer it too.
I know, I was like, let me think.
Yeah.
It is fuck though. It's just so easy.
Yeah,
It
it
just-
flows with everything.
It
Like,
literally goes in everything.
you could substitute it for any word in any sentence.
Yeah, you can literally use it for noun and adjective.
Fuck should not be villainized. It should be embraced and accepted in society, because it's not just beautiful, but it lets out energy.
It's expressive.
It's expressive, yes.
And don't. Yeah, sorry. Quick.
No, go ahead.
And don't say it only when you're angry. Say it when you're happy too.
Yes,
Like when you're fucking happy.
Like, fuck yeah.
Oh,
my
Jinx, you owe me a soda.
Are we connected?
Are we connected?
Is this like a Leo thing?
Oh my god, dude! I always forget that we're both fucking Leos.
I need to know what your moon and your rising is.
I've told you my moon and my rising 50 times.
I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna tell
I
it
have
to you
weed
again.
brain.
What's weed brain?
You don't believe in weed brain. Let's talk
But
about
what
it.
is it though?
I feel like because I've been smoking for so long, it's harder for me to remember things.
So weed brain is just having a struggle to remember shit or what?
Yeah, because before I smoked, dude, I wouldn't, nothing would slip from me. I remember everything, word for word.
That's cool.
And
I forget
now-
everything.
And now I'm just like, what?
You know why I think that happens? Because
you're not present.
she got. Well, I mean, I've given this speech a lot to you, huh? But
I know.
when
It is true.
you're faded, you're just present, yeah. And you as you go, your brain's just not gonna keep up with the past, you know.
Oh yeah, that's
You're just
definitely
present.
what it is, but it only happens when I'm high, so I call it weed brain. But then you don't think, because smoking, does it kill brain cells?
No, I think it stops the reproduction of cells. It slows it down.
Is
No,
that
it
good or
doesn't
bad?
stop it. Sorry, because then you would fucking die. But it does. It slows it down.
Is that good or bad?
I don't know. I don't know if this is true.
She's like, don't quote me.
I feel like I always say shit that it's then people are like, that's not true, but whatever.
That's probably some shit they would say to get people to stop doing it.
Probably.
Like kids in high school type shit.
They're projecting because their mom and dad.
No,
told them
because
to.
I heard that that's why it's kind of good for cancer patients.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, because it slows down the reproduction of cells, and cancer is literally just the
That makes sense.
excessive multiplication of cells.
Okay.
But that's why they say that you shouldn't start smoking at that much of a young age, because your brain not that it doesn't develop.
Oh, it needs those cells.
Yeah. It just obviously needs to continue to grow.
And your brain doesn't stop developing until 26?
25, I think.
Yeah.
This can't be it.
Wait, so
Oh
my
my
shit's
God.
done?
This can't be it, please.
Please
No,
give
keep
me
going.
more.
Please,
Keep
no.
going,
Please.
You have more space in there, I know.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's true. That's probably not true.
I feel
I'm
like
just
that
say
would
that
make
right
sense, because I feel like that's definitely, it could be a spiritual explanation, but there definitely has to be a physical explanation
Yeah.
of why I can't retain shit. You know what I mean?
now.
There definitely is, I think, a physical explanation, more a scientific.
Well, if your brain is constantly deleting shit for you not to remember, that's pretty much what it is, right? That's pretty much it. If your computer, what the fuck?
Your computer,
If your brain is
if your
doing
computer's
that,
not saving your info,
it's probably a trauma response as well, and it's probably I would say it's probably a skill that we don't even know that we have, and so it's an autopilot, you know.
yeah.
I definitely always feel like I'm on autopilot. I kind of like it though, because you're just kind of cruising.
Mm-hmm. I'm yes. Honestly, it is nice, because then you snap out of it and you're like, how did I get here?
Yes. When you're driving and you're like, oh shit.
I'm alive.
I feel so free right now.
Thank you, hire me for taking the wheel. Thank you, Jesus.
No, but bitch, that like literally happens to me like not high. Like I'll be driving and then I'll be like, the fuck, how did you get here? And then I'll be like, okay, yeah, like I'm driving. And then I panic.
But isn't that just goes to show like how fucking amazing our body is? Because obviously like we're not being present in those moments, right? Like we're in fucking La La Land and we're literally not even, where our eyes are open, but like we're not sending pictures to like our brain because we're preoccupying it, so we don't even see how we got from like point A to point B. And then we're like, oh shit, like I lost my train of thought.
Do you guys see pictures? Like, can you close your eyes and see an image?
Oh yeah, I can.
Did you know there's people that can't do that?
That would be insane to even imagine that you can't picture an image or something.
No, but like, see, like it's so normal to us, but there's literally people that like just close their eyes and don't see
just
anything.
Nothing, huh?
Or like they don't have inner dialogue. Like they can't have a conversation in their head. It's like you hear words in your head.
Yeah,
like, I hear my voice words. Some people can't. It's like blink.
What do you mean?
They just
how do you think?
They don't. It's out loud.
What?
Yeah, like they don't have a dialogue. Like
they can't hear themselves in their head, right?
So like maybe so then what are thoughts?
Maybe they receive them telepathically. Like we just like appear. And it's
like they just know it.
Yeah, without having to think about it and
maybe
talk about it. And when they do want to talk about it, maybe when they get the urge, like they say it out loud. Like, hey, dude, I haven't,
Huh. See, that's wild because I get random thoughts and I'll just say them out loud, but I also can't shut the fuck up like out loud or in my head. You know what I mean? Like even if I'm not talking in my head, I'm like.
Would you ever consider that you might have like ADHD or something? It's a
Hello,
genuine
everybody.
question though.
We're interrupting our regular programming because this is
bring you better help.
This isn't.
Did you ever think maybe you just have ADHD? That was funny.
But you know what?
But yes.
Yes. Like, I'm sorry, we like to joke. This is something that Hugo doesn't.
I understand the
yeah,
that's why I'm just like waiting for it to like.
Oh yeah.
He said,
I just have a question that I want to ask you, but it's completely unrelated. But it has to do with
say it.
Do you feel like the way we're joking about it, like, do you feel like it's just like a reaction to like trauma, like, you know, because we're talking about serious topics, but then we like joke about it. Like you asked her like, oh, you have ADHD, because I'm not gonna lie, like the look you're giving, it's like. I feel like so much is going on in your brain.
Well, I'm thinking.
Yeah. That's what I want to ask you. I'm trying to like pick your brain right now, and I can chill. Like.
Yeah. So what's the question?
Yeah. So it's like, do you feel or do you think that like genuinely just laughing at things is like good to do?
No, yeah. You guys are laughing. Like if I'm asking a genuine question, like everyone's gonna laugh. Like say if I had like an audience. And ask like a genuine question. Everyone's cracking up, but then I'm like, okay, cool, you know. But
no, but what she's saying is like, do you think us laughing is a trauma response, or do you just find the humor in what you said?
I do find the humor.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's true. That's me too, because I feel like I don't do it out of trauma. I just think it's honestly fucking hilarious.
Same. Like in my brain, like when I do it, I feel like, yo, this is just hilarious. But then I don't know if this happens to you though, because it happens to me. But when I do stop laughing, I'm like, but why do I laugh? Why do I choose another reaction? Because other people obviously handle it way different than us when they're confronted with like, do you have ADHD? And we're like, oh fuck yeah, like we're laughing, you know?
Yeah, and it's crazy because like being asked like these questions, they're really uncomfortable, and I like to ask very uncomfortable questions, and I love to watch your reaction. And like I asked you like I asked you like a genuine question, but I don't care if you laugh, I don't care if people get mad or sad, whatever.
Yeah.
You know? But like watching the reaction, I'm like, oh, okay, so they react like this to this type of question, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like weird in me that I just automatically analyze and and that's why I'm like really into psychology right now. You know?
But it's not awkward to me. Like even if I wouldn't have left, I wouldn't have felt uncomfortable answering.
No, it's cool.
Yeah,
I laughed about it.
We're filming anyways. So
I cut into the joke. I was like, before she could say a word, I was like, duh. Before we continue, y'all, we have to bring you this quick shout out from our sponsors at Manscaped.
Yeah.
So, ladies, have you started spring cleaning yet? The carpets need cleaning, the drapes need dusting, and you and your man's lawn needs mowing. Spring has sprung, and the global leaders in below-the-waist grooming have the best tools for cleaning aisle 5 in your pants. Join the other 4 million individuals worldwide who trust Manscaped by going to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with the code BESTIES.
Honestly, I have been getting some really fun packages from Manscaped, I love them. I was actually just charging my little lawnmower in the morning, and I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna use it tonight, but we don't know. Because I low-key need that shit. It is spring, and like in the winter, you don't really shave because, it gets cold. You gotta be warm down there. Yeah. But now spring has sprung, and sun's out, buns out. Yeah. And I need it.
Did you go through it to where it's like, damn, you wanted to gift them, but at the same time you're like, no, never mind. Like, I just gotta keep these. Like,
yes, I can't gift them. Because I'm like, I want other people to use it, but I also really love it, so I don't want to give it to anyone else.
Literally.
I love that shit. Love it. Manscaped has a full package your household needs for spring cleaning this year. The Performance Package 4.0 is the only tool you need to keep the lawn smooth and smelling freaking fresh. To start off your spring cleaning, use the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer to get the most precise shave to keep both your hedges clean and smooth. Did we mention it's waterproof as well? No need to worry about watering your grass with this tool, equipped with a LED light so you know exactly what you're doing down there, because sometimes I be nipping that shit. Yeah. This tool is so good, you'll want to buy yourself one after you see how smooth he is down there.
Help him smell the roses with the Weed Whacker. This nose and ear hair trimmer provide proprietary skin-safe technology which helps prevent nicks, snags, and tugs in those delicate holes. After clearing his nose, he'll want to get rid of the foul smell with the Crop Preserver and Crop Reviver. But if he's been using those, it shouldn't smell like that. The Crop Preserver, this is an anti-chafing ball deodorant and moisturizer. The Crop Reviver is a spray-on toner for your balls. These formulations seriously will leave him smelling like fresh flowers. Finish off his grooming routine with the Plow 2.0, the perfect razor for the finest shave on his face. This razor seriously is a game changer on your legs. You'll have to buy enough for both of you. And honestly, yeah, I stand by that. I've already used it, and it's fucking amazing. I'm never going back. The start of spring also marks the start of Testicular Cancer Awareness Month in April. Manscaped has partnered with Testicular Cancer Society to bring awareness to testicular cancer, men's health, and early cancer detection. Manscaped is committed to raising awareness for the most common form of cancer in men aged 15 through 35 and giving support for fighters, survivors, and families impacted by testicular cancer as part of their We Save Balls initiative. Have him smell oh so fresh and so clean this spring with the shave you want for the both of you. So, besties, y'all already know what y'all gotta do. What they gotta do, Steph?
If they do what they gotta do, they get 20% off plus free shipping with the code BESTIES at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free, FREE, shipping with the code BESTIES at manscaped.com. Out with the old grooming habits and in with the new Manscaped. Come on, baby. What more do you want?
Yes. So please, besties, supporters, if you guys know y'all need that, go get it. What better than 20% off and free shipping? These products work fucking amazing. Honestly, like, I love them. The men in my family love them. I know Steph is already using them. So, like, we all use them and they're so fucking good.
Yeah.
I don't know why men's products always work better, at least personally. Like, the women products I've tried using, I feel like they just don't work as good as the men's products.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's made like that, but at least we got you guys with this code, so y'all know what to do.
Check it out, besties. They are here for you.
Yes.
And now we return to your regular scheduled programming. Maybe it is ADHD. I just always said that I had excessive energy, so I just take it out in, like, talking a lot, or, like, I pick my nails a lot. Not like that, but, like, I'll dig into my nail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or, like, I was watching the last episode, and you can see my leg shaking the whole time. But I don't notice that I'm doing it. Like, I hate when people point it out. Because I don't notice it, like, it's just natural. And then when people point it out, I want to shake, but I'm like, do I want to shake because I want to shake, or am I just shaking because my brain said, like, I was already shaking? And I'm, like, self-conscious about it. But I like shaking my leg. It's like entertaining to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I don't think when I see someone like shaking their leg like that, I don't think anything.
Yeah, but some people get mad. Like one time I was on the plane and this bitch was like, "You're shaking the whole seat." And I was like,
"You probably were." You're like,
yeah, she was causing what is it called? Turbulence in the plane.
The pilot's like, "I don't know what's going on, but the plane's going down right now."
He was like, "That's odd. There's no wind around the plane."
I'm having a whole seizure and shit. Oh my god.
I'm just imagining the plane like.
Dude, like, have you seen that meme of the plane taking off and then he starts?
Oh yeah, it starts wobbling. Have you ever seen that one?
Oh shit!
It looks real, and then it just starts going.
Dude,
like,
that shit is so funny. But I was so mad at her, dude. I honestly wanted to punch her in the fucking mouth because I was like, that is so rude.
Yeah, you could have said it in a nice way.
Yeah, like and again, like I was just chilling. I don't know. I was probably nervous or something. So she just totally ruined my fucking flight, and then I had to sit next to her the whole time. So
do you ever ask yourself why that makes you mad?
Yeah, because like I know I do it, but like I said, when I get it pointed out, it just makes me so anxious to do it again. And then I'm like, am I anxious because I'm anxious, or am I anxious because I want to do it? So then I just start being like, oh fuck, like don't do it, do it, do it.
Because you're just gonna start doing it without even realizing.
Yeah, and then I notice it, and I'm like, okay, stop. Like I feel like it takes up too much of my attention when they point it out to me.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, you were about to talk. Go for it.
And then maybe too, also like the fact that, you know, growing up when we're doing something annoying with our parents, like they don't ever just like, hey honey, can you, or mommy's like trying to like watch this movie right now, or mommy had like a bad day, or I'm tired, or like, you know, instead of, they always made it about us, like fucking stop doing that, or like you're fucking loud or fucking annoying. And it's just like,
no, dude, my mom would always just go, shh, and I'd be like, damn, or dude, no, when you'd be like laughing in the back, like having the time of your life, and like, ya cállense, parecen pendejas.
Oh my god.
I'd be like, I'm just laughing, girl.
That one.
So I'm gonna point it out right now that that's the reason why you get angry when someone points it out to you, because you say that you feel weird getting back into it. So if you can imagine like that person telling you like, why are you doing that? Imagine that person being your mom saying,
yeah,
you know. So you might feel nervous to get back into it because your mom would get angry because you got back into it. You know? So now your response now to like someone telling you is to get angry because you want that away from you, you know? Because you don't want to experience the anxiety of wanting to get back into it, you know? And it's crazy when you become aware of this shit, because like then your behavior starts changing so fucking quick. It's crazy.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, it goes back to like what I said earlier of how we adopted these like mechanisms protect ourselves as kids, you know, from whatever we were going through. But as we go into adulthood, those mechanisms that were meant to keep us safe, like they don't serve us anymore, you know, like, because if like you're now becoming self-aware, and it's fucking crazy, you know, when you start making the connections and you're like, damn, like that person yelled at me in that moment, and if I would have known, you know, hey, like because my mom used to speak to me in this way, I'm actually not even I don't know what the right word is, like you're not even reacting to what the guy is telling you or the girl's telling you. It's like your body is again transported to that moment when it happened as a kid. So you never healed from it, so it still like bothers you, it hurts like you lingering. You know what I mean? Yeah, like it's crazy. And your body, you know, and you like, and it also goes about how like the body holds up trauma in the body, like it you know, you feel it physically. That's why you get like the physical symptoms, and it's just like, damn, like no way, like sorry, my throat's hurting, so I'll let you take over.
I know my fucking throat's all dry right now too.
Did you guys know there's yoga that like will literally make you stretch in a way that like your body physically retains emotional stress, and there's a way that you can stretch in a way like that it releases all that, and you literally just start bawling.
Yeah,
that's crazy, huh?
Like to release trauma, like
yeah. So your body like holds on to the trauma, emotional trauma, and there's a yoga that you can like do where it stretches you in a way that releases all of that.
Oh my god, if you guys want to learn about that, y'all, there's this great book called The Body Keeps the Score, and it talks about how the body holds trauma like that and ways to release it. It's so fucking good. I haven't read it, but I've read like parts of it, and I've always been like, damn, I want to go get it, but this conversation kind of like reminded me like, hey, yo,
of that book.
Go get that book. So yeah, go get it.
Yoga's fucking hard though.
Is it?
I can't stretch like that.
No.
Stretching is hard. Even just like,
I bet.
Dude, like in all of high school, you know, which was fucking stupid. You know how they would test you to like see if you could touch your toes?
Oh, yeah.
I could never do that. Like I was never able to touch my toes until recently that I started like going to the gym. And that was like my first like gym accomplishment. I was like, damn, like I really touched my toes today and like it didn't hurt my back. I was so excited.
How far would you get as a kid?
Dude, like no, like a lot. Like I could not bend over.
Did they ever do that thing where they would test if you have like scoliosis? They would like run like a scale down your spine or something.
Yeah, they did that to me.
And then they would tell you like, oh yeah, it's going like at like an 8-degree angle, this and that. So like you have a little bit of scoliosis.
They're fucking mean.
I honestly don't even know why they did that, but it was good to know. But like,
I'm sure they did it just to like as
like a
to
study,
get like
maybe?
a statistics of like how the kids in the U.S. like physically are in that
sense,
age. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's the only logical one. Like, what the fuck? What do you mean this is my final, bitch? I can't touch my toes. Like, what do you want me to do?
That's so true. And it just goes to show, like, when you think about it, how it's not fair that we are all tested in the same abilities. Like, because we all excel in different areas.
Yeah.
It's like, how the fuck did we fail PE for not touching our toes when we physically could not? Like, what?
What do you mean I have to run the mile in 10 fucking minutes? Like it's taking me 15 because it's taking me 15 and I'm running as fast as I can.
Yeah, and it's like, that's messed up because it's like you see that in other aspects of life too. You know what I mean? Where it's like, yeah.
Bitch.
and it's crazy because like even in schools, like everyone's being taught the same exact shit. Like how Elon Musk, like how he has his own school, no?
For
like,
his kids, because he knows what a fucking what a fucking trash of a system the American school system is.
And like each kid in well, I guess like they get to learn what they want to learn, like even like no matter what age they are,
what
right?
their
like,
strengths
all the
are.
grades are kind of like mixed up or something. And I feel like that's honestly what we need, because I didn't want to learn no math, like all this extra shit, like why like
they learn what they excel in. So like, let's say I was good at English and I'm terrible at math, they wouldn't make me keep pursuing math.
I think that's the school system in England.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
like for
really
a certain age, until a certain grade, you all do the same.
But you learn
and
the
then you
basics,
test into whatever you excel in.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I'm always just lying on here.
Oh my god, we're just making up lies. Me too. Don't quote me. Look it up yourselves.
No, but you know what's crazy? I've been rewatching The Hunger Games. That's a fucking good ass movie. But right now that you guys were talking about America, I thought of it.
Bitch, you said The Hungry Games.
The Hunger Games.
You hungry, Miss Girl?
Yeah,
I am too. You know what sounds
bit.
good? I can't stop thinking about that pho you brought. I know I didn't
It's
try
too
it,
late.
but those egg rolls.
Dude, I know they were so good.
Fontana pho, those egg rolls are to fucking die for.
Shout out my homie T. I'm a regular.
Hey.
I love being a regular at places.
Yeah.
It's fun. Oh, wait, we talked about that.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's the only place I'm a regular right now.
So you're saying that you could get us all a discount, right?
No, not that kind of regular.
So you're not a regular.
No.
She's a regular, but just not like a familiar friend. Like,
yeah, like
I'm gonna give you free food.
And I don't talk to them.
Oh, so
it's just because they see my face.
So you're not a regular.
Fuck you, dude.
I was telling her, I wish there was like a cute little place around my area that's like, you know, makes me want to be a regular. But it's like, no, all I have is liquor bros, liquor for you.
No, you know what makes me sad? Like the wasted potential of that, like downtown Fontana is. I feel like it could be literally like a downtown Riverside, like that kind of vibe, or even more of like a upland kind of downtown where there's just like cute little
Upland
shops
really nice.
and like coffee shops like that. You know what I mean? And it's literally just a waste of fucking space. Like nothing there's really productive.
The only thing that looks nice there is like the library.
Yeah, literally.
The library.
And it's already passing like all the other shops. Like I feel like none of the shops do anything.
They're always closed or something. Like they always look closed. I remember walking by there and just like everything's barred up, and I'm like, bro, like.
Y'all talking about downtown San Bernardino?
No, downtown Fontana.
Oh, I'm thinking about San Bernardino. I'm like, yo.
She's all traumatized. Like, San
No,
Bernardino.
don't go there.
I'm like, y'all. But I mean, we were talking about San Bernardino. We gotta address like all the poverty, everything that you see there. It's sad. I feel like a lot of people in San Bernardino like have mental health issues. Like, it's so sad. Like the vibe that I get when I'm there. Like when I look out the window and like I see people on the street. Like up in Fontana, I'll see people like jogging, walking their dogs. You know.
Fuck? Oh, but you live in North Fontana.
I mean, thankfully, like the area I live like is not. Oh, I know. I live in San Bernardino, girl.
You live in San Bernardino?
Yeah. She lives way out there.
But I live like 10 minutes from the university, so it's not like I don't.
Oh,
it's not.
nicer.
It's like a nicer area, but still, I go downtown a lot. Like all the stores are basically like having to go down that way. And it's sad like that over there. I don't see like that. I see like, you know,
because it feels unsafe. It feels unsafe.
Yeah, and it's just like it's sad though, and it's like why? And I'm pretty sure if I do my research, like there's, you know, I feel like it was systemically like done like this, dude. Like freaking government. But it just makes me sad. Cause like yo, like my little sister's been born in San Bernardino. They're gonna kill me for this. I'll cut it out.
They inherited like the ghetto.
The Dino gene. They're repping the Dino. And it's like, yo, like you said, the way you felt about Fontana, it's like, I feel like that about San Bernardino. You know, like, I live there, I've grown to like it, even though there's ups and downs to living there. But it's like, damn, like, I wish it could be like that there, too.
Honestly, yeah.
My parents used to have a restaurant in San Bernardino, and there was always crackheads going inside.
Damn.
Yes, it's everywhere.
Yeah, and it was scary. And I think they just closed it down because that's when, like, San Bernardino got, like, really bad, and, like, there just wasn't making any money, so we closed it down. That was one of my favorite ones too, because I remember like I would go there when I was little because my parents like had to work, so me and my brother would just hang out like in the parking lot like playing and stuff.
Damn.
Who invented that? Beggars can't be choosers.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Isn't that how it goes?
Explain that to me, please.
Like, if I'm already doing you the favor, how are you gonna ask me for more?
Or
right?
Something
or
different.
like you're the one that's picky. No.
Or like
don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Or by like not like for more necessarily, but like asking for something different. It's like I'm fucking starving right now, and you give me a chicken sandwich, and you're like, no, do you have a ham sandwich? It's like,
does that make sense?
And you should ask for that. No, I'm kidding.
No, but like I feel like there's two sides though.
People with no other options must be content with what is offered.
And
wait,
yes,
say it again.
People with no other option must be content with what they have been offered.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I think that's so
I've been
true.
feeling like such a dumbass this episode.
This was faded.
Dude, no, right after you say that.
Oh my god, I felt like my head was like a pinball machine.
I heard that shit from here.
When you hit yourself in the...
She hit her tooth with the straw.
I went like this,
shit.
then I went like that, and it knocked me like that.
Oh my god. Bitch, why do I still feel like kind of high? It's annoying.
I keep lying because you guys are like, yeah, I'm not high anymore. I'm like, yeah, me neither.
Go away.
I still feel good. I still feel it there, but I could like talk now. Do you feel like you could talk?
I do.
Yeah.
But I feel like I was telling him, like, bro, I feel like my brain kept getting overwhelmed with so many ideas. I noticed I kept changing the subject. But it's like it goes back to the no self-control thing. It's like, I swear to y'all, like, before I could even think, my mouth just says it. And then I'm like, oh, I go with it. But then I'm like, in the back of my head, I'm like, stop fucking changing the subject. Like, it's hard.
Before you change the subject, like, try and catch yourself and ask yourself, is this current conversation making me uncomfortable? And that might be a possibility as to why you keep wanting to change it, you know?
No, and that's the thing. I'm not uncomfortable. Like, I'm genuinely... I'm going to watch back and I'm going to be, like, super happy because every single topic so far I've enjoyed so fucking much. I don't feel uncomfortable. I don't know why. It's like, I can't shut the fuck up.
I do want to point out that I do feel like you're a lot more self-conscious this episode because I'm here.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think
just
so.
because you and I like we know each other like personally, and being on the show, like I feel like your immediate like reaction is to pretend to be someone you're not, but like everyone does that. Like on camera you're a certain person, with your friends you're a certain person, with your parents you're a certain person, you know? So it's kind of hard to switch between the two, because even I feel it right now, you know, because I'm comfortable talking with her and like I'm comfortable reacting. If I get angry, I'll get angry, you know? But when it's on camera, like I have to hold back on certain emotions because it'll make me look a certain way to other people, you know? And I think that's like like another reason, because I felt the same way as you. Like I kept wanting to like change the subject, or I kept wanting to like cut my ideas short, you know? And it makes sense to me that way. I don't know. How do you feel?
I don't know. I don't think I noticed, but only because I've made it like a really life goal to not do that, like to not act different around anyone. And
I believe you on that.
Yeah,
I definitely
really
believe you.
Act the same.
You, out of a lot of people that I know, you're like the same person in every scenario.
Yeah.
Like you are who you are, and I believe it.
I really try to do that, because when I was younger, I guess, like when I was like in high school and stuff, like I wanted to do whatever my friends were doing. I wanted to be cool, like doing anything that they were doing, and then I hated that because I didn't feel... I knew I wasn't being authentic and it showed. And I hate that. Like, now I think back and I'm like, ew, that's ugly. Like,
it feels weird. Like,
yeah, I'm like, who the fuck was that? Why did you even do that? And like, now I'm like, okay, like, if this person doesn't like me, it's okay because this person that likes me and I'm still acting the same with both of them. So it doesn't like hurt me as much because I'm like, well, whatever. Like, I feel like I'm very sure in myself now too. That's when we get like hate comments, sometimes they do trigger me, but for the most part, I can just be like, oh, I don't care. Like, remember you even asked me once because I was like, no, like, I don't care. And Vanessa was like, do you really not care? Or are you just saying you don't care? And I was like, no, like, I really don't care because I don't know this person and they don't know me. And I feel like if they got to know me, they might like me. But even if they didn't and they don't, like, it's not a big deal to me.
You know what I think? I feel like you have this deeper understanding of how it is because I could agree with you a lot, you know, but I truly don't know what you mean. Like, your actual experience, like for me to be in your body type thing, you know? I don't know. But damn, I lost my train of thought. I was going somewhere, man. I was going
that kind of
is this camera off? I'm sorry. Yo, when did we meet? Do you remember that?
I remember just meeting you through Sal.
Through Sal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was just like, oh, like the dude who takes dope pics.
The picture guy. Yeah. Everyone always knew me. Oh, you're the guy who takes pictures.
Well, it was because I mean, Sal, like you were his like that. No, yeah. You guys were friends, and he would just talk obviously a lot about photography.
Yeah.
And then you would do a bunch of cool like fucking effects, and that's when I think you would do a lot of videos, like little skits and stuff.
See, I wish like I'm trying to reconnect with that phase of myself.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because like I used to just make out like all these like shit exploding, like me flying. And,
it was cool.
Yeah, and I want to do it, but it like I don't know, just like in this point of my life, like I started to get into like psychology and I became self-aware, and then that became a whole fucking disaster, you know.
Do you feel like it maybe blocks your creativity a little bit?
Sometimes it does, yeah, because I go through like long ass phases of like depression and shit.
Yeah,
know, which is completely normal for anyone to go through depression. Yeah. And it'll just be hard to be creative, especially because it's like my job, you know, and people demand like some like creating art. It's not just like, okay, I'm just gonna sit down, you know. You have to be in like a certain mode to make art, you know. And sometimes creating art comes through the depression as well, you know, because I'm a visual person, so I get images in my head through every emotion, you know. It's crazy, but I forgot where I was going with this again.
You should start doing videos again.
Yeah, the videos. Yeah, I'm trying to like reconnect to that again, and in an attempt to do that, I started the podcast. You know.
Oh, okay.
And then, I put like a few videos out there, but
you should, dude. You can channel all those emotions into something like really dope. That's usually how even movies are created. You know, people just
hell yeah,
channel from their own things and create. I think that's so dope. I think that's why I just like creators to me are mind-blowing because I'm like, how the fuck did you even think of that? Like, that's insane right now.
That's exactly how I be reacting to Saul all the time, dude. Since I met Saul, I was like, bruh, how do you be coming up with this shit? And I've told him before, I'm like, bro, you come up with the fucking craziest, like most creative ideas like I wouldn't have never, you know?
Yeah.
And then like speaking about him too, like he me, like I'm very much about like perfection, like, oh, this has to be like this before I put it out. Yeah. And I think that's truly what's holding me back, you know. And I know there's a bunch of people out there who are just like that too, you know. Yeah. And then I see Saul, and then he's more like laid back with like the stuff that he like records and everything. Yeah. And then I've never told him this, but sometimes I'll be getting triggered too. I'm like, bro, how are you not putting this much like attention to it? But now I realize because I'm being like over, you know, I'm overdoing it, and then that goes back to like my traumas and like how I was raised, and my mom is like a perfectionist, OCD.
Oh, okay.
You know, so like even like being raised by that, like now I'm realizing it, and now breaking out of that is fucking uncomfortable, you know. But I can only picture it as like a butterfly, you know, like breaking out of like the cocoon and shit. But
that's dope though. I remember when I first met you. Like, I would watch your videos and I'd be like, damn, like, I could totally see this man, like, making movies. So when I started seeing you get into, like, music videos, I was like, okay, dope. Like, still creating, like, and I always think about it, I'm like, okay, what do you mean you're a director? Like, what the fuck? Like, what does that job entail? And I would always, like, kind of picture, like, what you were seeing or, like, how you would visualize a set. Like, it blows my mind. Even, like, Sal, when he edits, I'm like, dude, like, how did you fucking think about doing that in that little tiny thing or that little detail that I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Or like when you recreated the commercials. Remember the
movie trailers? Dude.
Oh, yeah.
It's a commercial.
Technically,
you know, they played him as a commercial.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, like creating the. Bitch, I'm out of breath. My throat
hurts.
My threat.
Sorry, y'all. I've been having like really bad throat pain. I'm trying to push through it, but it comes in waves. Like it'll chill out, and then I'll talk too much, and it'll hurt a lot. But the fact that you created those trailers too, dude, like that's so fucking sick. Like,
yeah,
you would even post like dancing videos and like all. You used to get in there with the videos.
Dude, I think because of, well, I realize now that because of like all the shit I went through, like with my own traumas, I realized that I picked up on so many hobbies. Like I play guitar, I know a bit of drums, piano. Like I tried singing at one point. I tried dancing. I tried
basketball, volleyball,
gaming, basketball, volleyball. Like I've done so much shit. So I have painting too. Painting, I fucking like anything that has to do with art, I'll do it. Like I'll make like little like mini landscapes and like just random shit. But all that comes from like a dark place. Sometimes you know, and it's fucking crazy. And like for like for example, like if you were to give someone like a regular picture, right, a picture of an apple, and then you give the same picture of an apple to like 5 different editors, right? They're all gonna like have their own vision. Like they might even like crop out the apple and then create their own shit. Like you know, you're just like, how'd you come up with that shit, you know? And then it's the same thing with like Saul. I feel like out of like our friend group, it's always been like the one who are always like directing. It's always me, Saul. And if I'm missing anyone, I feel bad, but like Saul has been like my inspiration. That's why he stands out to me, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he always has. He knows. I mean, we all inspire each other, you know. And I think that's what the friendship should be, you know. That's how it should be. But yeah, being creative, like that shit's tough. And for it to be like demanding, like working on a music video, for example, like in the industry, like usually the return time is like a week or something, 2 weeks, you know. And for the person, and well, I mean, that's like if they have a full team, they have a person for every little thing. But like
when you're doing everything yourself when it comes to a music video,
you lost it.
I completely lost it. Yeah, but I mean, but you guys got
what
more
time, you know, and it's more like I'm assuming what takes we were talking about return time.
Now her taking notes.
I'm laughing because I'm like, damn, I really did leave off there.
Oh my God.
But the return times can be so demanding that it becomes very stressful for artists in general, you know. Like for artists in general, it becomes so it's like a super stressful job, you know. And then with me personally, with like the stuff I'm going through right now with like healing and everything, it prevents me from being creative. So it's like fucking tough, you know.
Yeah, it's like once you open up that door, it's like you can't go back, and it's hard to stop it because it's like you can't just ignore it anymore. You know what I mean? Like once you like dig into like the first wound, and you know you see how better you feel, and you become self-aware. It's like you start moving forward, and it's like, damn, well, this one came up and I'm having a shit day. I'd rather not deal with it, but you just can't ignore it anymore. It's like you just have to go in, you know. It's like, but it's there's a good to that, you know. But like you said, as a creative, it's hard because it's you know, stressful things, and you know, when your depression hits and stuff, it blocks your creativity. So it's hard for you to create, you know. But I'm really glad that you're getting through it and you're thinking about creating more content, because you know, I'm pretty sure everyone misses it. She remembers it, you know. I have a lot of friends that remember it. Yeah, you miss it too.
Yeah, I remember I used to like actively make it a thing to like let you know, like I'd be like, dude, this shit is blowing my mind right now. Like, how the fuck did
you would always
that?
compliment me, and I love that about you.
And
Thanks
I love that about you. Like every time, like I can even say something like basic, not basic, but you just like, I didn't think that it would hit someone that big, and you're always like, dude, this is blowing my mind. And it makes me feel so hurt because I'm like, damn, thank you, like, you know. And I love that about you. You're just so like, with your compliments and everything.
I just feel like it's always nice to hear. Like I'm a very like I like hugging too. Like I need to hug someone every day.
You're a giver, right? You love like complimenting, like hugging and all
I love that because I feel like it completely changes people's day sometimes.
Oh hell yeah!
You know what I mean? Like even like a little thing, just being like, oh hey, like I like your earrings, and they'll be like, oh shit.
It could be the simplest shit. Like it could be literally anything. You could compliment them on anything. And, like, for the rest of the day, that's all what's gonna go through.
That's how I feel. So I'm like, that's nice. Like I'm gonna just tell people when I like their shit.
And everyone should have that mentality. I hope this like new era has a lot of that, where it's like just compliment people, because I feel like, especially growing up, you know, when you're like in middle school and high school, it's like so hard to compliment and uplift other women because of the way we are pitted. Even men, you know, like I don't know about men if you guys compliment each other or not, but
yeah, I hate that too. That most men don't though. They're like, I'll be like I like when I hear men like, oh yeah, he looks handsome,
right? Yeah,
you know, like it's like, oh, that's cute.
Or like, hey bro, that fit looks fucking good. Where you get that jacket at, bro? Like, you know, I don't know, like.
It's crazy because like within like my friend group, like the compliments, well, at least like what I see, you know, the compliments aren't always there, but when they are there, it's always like we're gonna hype you up like to the max, you know. And I think that's how it is. And then usually like with guys, like if we notice that someone's getting hyped up, we all like jump in and hype them up and shit, you know.
True.
So I guess that's just how we do it, and maybe it depends on like the dynamic of different friend groups. But I know for a fact that guys do not express like,
no,
hey, you look good, bro. A fresh cut or anything, anything, nothing.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I hate to like that for girls. If you compliment someone, like sometimes, like, or even when they're like, oh, like where'd you get your shoes, and some girls could be like you know what I mean, like, I don't know. Not even like necessarily like gaslighting. They're just not even gaslighting. Gatekeeping is just more of literally they're like, why the hell is she talking to me? And I feel like that's the impression like sometimes maybe people have, so they don't. Because I like to compliment like little fucking strangers. I'm like, hey, bro, like you're fucking whatever. But I feel like with girls, it's more of like, damn, like, how's she going to respond to what I'm saying to her? Maybe like her not think that it's, especially like in high school, like to say something like, I don't know, like girls are, you know, like catty.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, how do you compliment someone and make sure they don't take it like the wrong way?
Oh, for sure.
And it's crazy because it could be as simple as like they're not used to receiving compliments, or they're not used to like random social interactions in public, you know. And their immediate reaction could be like defensiveness, like, oh, why are you telling me this? Why, you know.
But that is an American thing though, like in England they don't like small talk and shit like that. Like in Europe or whatever, they're like, oh yeah, Americans fucking love all that small talk shit. And I'm like, yes, the fuck I do. I love small talk with strangers.
So like everyone's just like walking past each other, like no.
Yeah, like they're not as.
They walk into an office and there's no hi, hello.
Yeah.
There's no pleasantries. It's literally just like, pick up the phone. I need this. Okay.
Boop. Oh. Shit.
Yeah, like not even in a rude way. That's just
yeah. Like they reserve that for like the people they actually want to hear about, like their family and friends.
So it's like people pleasing isn't normalized out there.
No, not at all.
So America's the fucking worst brainwashing.
America loves people pleasing. I mean, look at the fucking media.
And I feel like that does go with the whole like form of control. You know, how is it easier to control people when you make them feel like they have to, or like act a certain way or be a certain way to be accepted? You know what I mean? It's like that's the easiest form of control. I feel like, to make people insecure and be like, they have to prove themselves to people by doing things like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's like,
the whole judgment idea.
Yeah, and it's like, think about it. Like, they're putting a bunch of uneducated kids into school since the moment they can wipe their own ass, and they don't teach these kids emotional awareness or absolutely nothing. At home, it's taboo to talk about it, and all these kids are just with each other 8 hours a day, like tearing each other's self-esteem and trying to be better than everyone, and like genuine friendship, hormonal everything, and not genuinely actually creating friendships. And I feel like only very few people actually do create genuine friendships in high school. I feel like a lot of it really is fake, you know, and it's sad because it's like that, you know, they say that the first years of your life are your formative years. Like, how you act in your first years is going to determine, like, how you act from 1 to 7, it's going to determine what your behaviors are going to be for the rest of your life, what you're going to have to deal with, you know, things like that. And it's like, so why aren't we at home with, I mean, at home is not even a good option, you know, that's another thing that it was made to be that way, I think. It's like, we just have to like figure it out on our own, and we're trying to do the best we can, but it's like, we're all getting fucked over on the daily. Like, we're going to school, it's like, who are these like new generation, new kids gonna like learn from, you know?
But I feel like one of my favorite things about like after high school is like once you meet someone that you went to high school with but you never talked to, and you're like, damn, like you're actually one of the dopest people ever. I can't believe I never even talked to you during these years, you know what I mean?
It's like you grew into that, like, I don't know, like wherever you thought they were, you kind of like grew into it, and then you found each other on the same path, and like, oh shit, like we actually do relate.
Yeah, you know? Like I feel like it's so easy to just stay, like, that's why when people are like, oh, like that wasn't me in high school, like, no duh, but it's more of like, I think some people really genuinely think that however you were in high school is how you are now.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's why when like high schoolers fuck up, it's really tricky because they're like, oh well, he should have known, like he's grown, but it's also like he should have known but he didn't. You know what I mean? Like,
high school is a place to learn.
Yeah, like let people learn, let people grow. That's why I kind of don't like cancel culture, because I'm like, dude, like,
I don't like
how are people supposed to grow in any way? Like, if you're always gonna hold what I did in the past against me, how can I ever grow from it?
Exactly.
Yeah, there's no growth in holding on to the past.
Exactly. So it makes me sad when like little ass kids are getting canceled.
Yeah, or like even the fact that if you think about it, like the nerds, and I'm saying that in quotes, or like the quiet kids, you know, there was always a group of kids in school that were marginalized, and you can't sit with them, you can't talk to them, like they're the weirdos, you know. And in reality, they just weren't playing into the like game that is high school.
Yeah, they were already like, more self-aware.
They were just being themselves, and because they didn't try to fit in, or maybe even, I know some people probably even struggle to fit in because of anxiety or other things.
Right.
Like, they were just invisible. And it's sad because I feel like those are the people that usually tend to give a chance to speak to after high school. And you're like, I fucking hate that my ego didn't let me be your friend at the time. Because I can think about people like that I'm connecting with now that I'm like, I was a fucking bitch. And obviously, like, it goes back to like the whole, like, we weren't aware, we were doing the best that we could, trying to survive at the end of the day, because like high school could be fucking ruthless, but it's like when you have the self-awareness now and you think back and you're like, oh fuck, like,
yeah,
we would have been cool friends, you know?
I always hate, like, I hate thinking back and being like, damn, like, whose life was I the villain in because I was just being a little fucking bitch, literally. And I hate it because I'm like, ugh, I wish I could go back and be like, bitch, just be yourself, like, stop being annoying and obnoxious, just be literally yourself and you're gonna be fine. I hate it.
Yeah, so if any of you guys watching, are in high school, I hope that you guys hear our, you know, message and take something to heart and just be yourself and give that person that you see around school that no one talks to a chance, because a lot of time they have a lot to say and they have a lot to offer.
What were you gonna say, Hugo?
Damn, I was gonna say how I feel like high school is the place where all the traumatized kids gather and
hang out who they mirror with.
Yeah, pretty. It's like where they discover like their ego, I guess, you know, because you, like, I don't know, going into high school, I felt very innocent. I don't know shit about shit. Like I felt very, I wanted to be people's friends and stuff, but I was also very shy, very like inside, you know. I was an introvert, you know.
Okay, sorry, I just want to go back to what you were saying about how high school is where you like learn kind of your ego, because you said you were going in innocent.
Yeah, right? I went in super innocent, and then that's when I started to realize, oh shit, there's actually like different types of groups. Like there's nerds, there's like the popular kids, this and that, you know. And then I would always hang out with like the nerds, you know. But I mean, they were like, I wouldn't call them nerds now. They were just genuine people, you know, and really smart people. But I noticed that I always wanted to be a part of what received more attention, you know, and I loved receiving attention because I didn't receive it at home. Yeah. And I didn't receive it within my friends. And the only time I did receive it was when I did something cool, you know? Yeah. And then when I learned that subconsciously, I started to learn how to people please my way into certain groups. Yeah. You know, and that, like, realizing that, I was like, damn, bro, like, how, like, I really did that shit, you know? And I'm not the only one who does it. Yeah, literally, everybody does it. No, everybody does it. But it all comes down to this idea of wanting to be accepted. Yeah. And if you don't feel accepted at home, you're gonna project that, you know, and amen. And usually the really nice people, the one who are always doing favors, like, you know, with the friends and everything, they're usually the ones not receiving the attention, and instead they want to give the attention for them to feel good about themselves, you know. But
and I feel like that's like, sorry, go ahead.
I think a way around that is to learn to give yourself the attention, because the real reason why you want to just give is mainly because you don't know how to give it to yourself yet. You know?
And it started because your needs were unmet as a child. Yeah. So you believe that, okay, like, my needs are not being met, so I must not be important. And when a need is met is most likely when you're doing something, like you said, like if you did something your parents told you to do, or, you know, if you did something that made them go, oh, how cool, you know, you got attention in those moments, you know. So you're programmed to believe, okay, well, my needs don't matter, but if I do this, it's gonna give me something, you know. And I feel like that's the thing that it's like, damn, like people are not really like just aware of that, but when you are and you become aware, it's like really it just kind of shifts like your perspective on a lot of things, why you do it. Like you ask yourself, am I doing this because I want to, or am I doing this because I'm just trying to receive something from someone right now?
Yeah, and then wanting to receive something from someone or something, I feel like it's kind of like taking hits of the attention, and receiving the attention can be very addicting.
Oh yeah.
And it'll get to the point where you start overreacting and you start like just doing things simply because you need the attention. And what's really going on, you just need to be heard.
Yeah.
You need to speak to someone who can listen to you without judgment, without making you feel like you shouldn't say a certain sentence or whatever. Like you need someone who can listen to you, even if it's about them.
Yeah.
Like if someone was angry at me, and instead of me wanting to get defensive, I would say, hey, like if you feel angry at me, tell me everything you're angry about, you know. And instead of me questioning them or saying anything, like I'll say, okay, can you explain more? Like, can you, you know, for me personally, I'd rather have this deeper understanding as to why they're angry, and that way I can actually help them.
Yeah.
You know.
And a lot of the times when you take the time to do that, to actually listen to someone in their anger, 9 times out of 10, you realize it's not even about you. Like you don't take it personal, because you're like, okay, I'm upset right now because you left your cup out and you didn't wash it. But I'm upset with you because like, for me, like this is just like a random example. That's not true. I'm just making it up. Like, you know, for you needing to be in a clean household meant like you had peace or something. So you left the cup out. So now I'm angry. So I'm taking that anger out on you for not putting the cup away. But in reality, it's not even you I'm mad at. I'm mad at that I don't have my peace, you know? And when you're able to actually get down to the core of what is upsetting you, you get out of the victim mentality and you're like, okay, like I'm not the victim in this. I have control of my life. Like I can decide and pick how I'm going to feel about the situation, and it's going to feel uncomfortable and it's going to be hard, but I'm going to create that safe space for myself to say your feelings are valid. Like you are safe right now. Like you are allowed to feel this, even though society has taught you that it's negative to feel this. And you are still the best, and you are still doing the best you can, and nothing is wrong with you, you know? And those moments are so fucking crucial. Like literally, like,
and you know, to be able to even say that to yourself is a whole process, a whole learning process. Like to me, it feels like repeating fucking equations, like you know, like formulas, like in math. Like I could repeat them, but do I understand it? You know, like I can't break down like the whole formula and be like, all right, this means this means, you know, like it's a process. Like you have to learn step by step to be able to do the full thing, you know. Like so even learning to like pause before you react is a whole art. It's a whole separate art. Like you can't just like learn to pause and tell yourself and then get over it and do this all in one thing. Like it's not one thing to learn. It's not one skill. It's a bunch of, you know, it's broken down.
And adding to that, like you're saying, learning to pause. And I want to take a second to mention it right now to the besties. I know out of all of us, I'm very self-aware now that I am the one that interrupts the most, and it's impossible for me to pause and to like be quiet and actually hear. And I feel like there's many reasons for that, but the ones that stand out the most for me is like, I was telling them earlier, like growing up in a very toxic household, everyone was just very reactive. I grew up with 3 sisters, a mom who was always angry and yelling, and it was always chaotic. So the moment someone started yelling, if it was either just in general or at me, everyone popped off. Everyone just went from 0 to 100 real quick. It's like
chaos.
You had to get and it's literally everyone just trying to get their word in. Everyone trying to be heard. Everyone trying to feel right or whatever. And so it's just like there's no pause, you know. And it's like, and I feel like I interrupt a lot because I'm not mad right now. Like I'm not like experiencing anything like that is making me like pop off, but I'm experiencing like an extreme emotion when I want to share something. And when I'm listening to a conversation and I think it's great and I have so many things going on in my mind that I just want to get out and share, that because I don't have that control of ever pausing, because at home, like it's literally just talk. No one ever lets each other speak. It's easy for me to do it here. So it's one of those things that I feel like I adopted as a kid to protect myself and to feel safe and to feel heard. It was just easy for me to just yell at everyone. But it's one of those things that when you grow into adulthood, that habit is no longer serving you. So now, like, that I'm aware of it, it's like, okay, like, I won't interrupt you. Like, well, I probably will. Because like I said, like you said, it's a learning process. It doesn't happen from one day to another. I feel like self-awareness is definitely the first step. So I hope I did better today, y'all.
And it's actually amazing because between her and I, she's one to be like, you know, to talk over me, and my main trigger is when no one when someone doesn't let me speak. And I think you explained it earlier how like back at home, I growing up, I didn't feel like I could truly speak. You know, every time I gave like my actual thought, like I'd get like, you know, they would make me shut down type thing,
or
you know?
brush them off, or even if you barely even got a word out, it was like immediately interrupted. And it's funny how that was your main trigger, and that's my main flaw that I have, and we attract each other. So this is one of the big reasons why Hugo and I ultimately broke up, because relationship,
scoop, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, so, no, and it's good to have healthy conversations about what a healthy breakup looks like. And obviously we're co-parenting, so we still maintain like a friendship and we care about each other deeply. But we are not going to be able to, well, at least being together in that dynamic and being unaware of it was really hard, and it caused a lot of damage in our relationship that even now we have to heal from, that we're alone, you know, because we were together for 5 years and that dynamic wasn't our only toxic one. We had other things that we would do that would trigger us, and it was really hard. Just kidding. But it's like, I'm glad that the people we are now, we're like self-aware and we're learning, because at the end of the day, we're parents now. And this self-awareness is definitely for us to be better people. But being parents is also, I definitely think, has pushed us to learn more, because the last thing we want to do is give Ezra any unnecessary trauma. You know, he's bound to have his flaws. You know, no one can be perfect, but he's going to be damn near it. But, you know, it's like, but us as parents, like, we want to give him the best leg up, you know, because we're trying to be creative, you know, we're trying to do things and put ourselves out there, but we have to unlearn all these things that are holding us down, you know. And I think if I can, you know, not give my son that anchor and just make him feel like he's safe and loved enough to just soar, I feel like that's like, you know, the best thing I could do for my son. Like,
I think too, like, as someone who also interrupts, I think the problem is not interrupting. Like, I don't think it's pausing about your thoughts. I think it's a problem with listening. Because, like, if I interrupt you and you, like, and I don't get my thought out, I'm not listening to you anymore, because I'm trying not to forget my own thought. And I feel like that's what I've been, like, really focusing on, being like, okay, I'm going to that's why when, like, people are like, oh, Vanessa doesn't let anyone talk. Like, it's not that, like, you're not letting me talk. I'm just... I want to give you my full attention. So even if you do talk for a while, like, I'm like, it's okay, because I want, like, to be listening and active. I think that's why when you say things, I'm always like, damn, that blew my fucking mind, is because I'm really, like absorbing everything you're saying to me. I'm, like, really trying to focus on, because, too, I have a really short attention span. Like, no, for real. And I have
She's on TikTok all day and shit.
No, actually, like, I genuinely, like, I have to stop myself from doing things, because I'm like, but this was before TikTok. My brain just works like that. So, like, I learned not to be like, okay, like, listen. And I have to focus on listening, but it does help me, like, kind of understand, like, conversations better, rather than just be like, okay, they said that, but this is what I think about it, so let me just stay on that.
Oh, yeah, and something that's helped me work through that, because it's fucking uncomfortable for me to be quiet when there's so much. It literally feels impossible to keep my mouth shut, but it's getting better. But I also think it also has to do with the fact that, like, when you're in survival mode arguing with a bunch of women and you feel like you're being torn apart,
right?
You just feel like you have to be right, and you feel like you have to protect yourself with your own words. And you feel like you at that point, it's like, I'm not even gonna, like, at least when I think about, you know, arguing with my family, it's like, I'm not even gonna listen to you, because whatever you're saying is, one, hurtful, it's not helping,
right? And
I'm only gonna think about what I want to think about to self-soothe in that moment,
exactly.
And, you know, whatever, again, it served me as a child, but it's not serving me now, because now I can't be present in a conversation with you. Like, I'm literally, like, only listening to you to get my like opinion or experience out, you know? Or it's like immediately like you say like, oh, like I got a Chihuahua, and you start talking about your Chihuahua, and it's like I'm not even listening to you about talking your Chihuahua. I'm just thinking about my Chihuahua now, and you know, and it's like we don't listen, you know?
And I think that's why too, even like politically, like all those like how people are like, oh, there's no point in talking to someone that's closed-minded. And it's because of that, because they're so held on tight to that thought, whatever it may be, that they're like, nothing you say to me matters because this is my thought and this is what I have. So I'm not even listening to your sometimes logical arguments. You know what I mean? Like people are just like, no, that's logically makes sense, but no, it's still a no.
And it's crazy that people can't hold two truths at the same time. Like, I'm living my life, two truths at the same time.
Truths.
Like, I'm living my life.
I thought she said truths. I was like, oh.
I'm living my life. I'm having my experiences, like my traumas, my emotions, my reactions, like my whole, like me as a person. And you're having your own. So it's like when we disagree on something, it doesn't necessarily mean we're wrong. It's just we see things differently. Yeah. And it should be okay to like agree to disagree, or to say, you know what, like I completely see how you feel, but I also see how I feel. And it's okay to just sit together in your discomfort, because it's uncomfortable. We're not taught that not like agreeing or not, you know, sharing the same values is wrong. But it's not. It's just your own way of doing things. It's your own way of thinking. It's your own what makes you you. You know, and there should be more acceptance. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy how much listening can bring peace.
Yeah.
And simply because everybody wants to be heard. I mean, just like the same way that you explained, everybody has something that they want to get out because what they feel inside is valid. You know.
Yeah.
And I saw this video of the art of listening, right? And he was explaining how between like a conflict, like it could be politics, business, whatever it is, as long as one person has the skill of listening, there will be guaranteed like peace, because all the opposite person wants to feel is feel heard.
Right.
You know, and I think there was like there's like two ways of explaining listening. Like, for example, like if everything I'm saying right now, and then I catch her like dozing off, and I'll be like, all right, what did I just say? She could repeat all the words I just said. Yeah. But did she actually listen? Like, does she actually understand it? You know?
It's like the saying goes, like, you hear but you don't listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then the video I saw, like he was explaining about this documentary, how this Muslim lady, I think she was like standing out in public. And there was like a white supremacy like on the side, and they were like saying a bunch of mean things, and you know, and the police had to actually approach her and tell her like, hey, you need to leave just simply for your safety, you know. And then I think they told her to go inside somewhere, or to her house, and to stay away from the windows or something, you know. Like it was that bad. And her that documentary being her, she wanted to make this statement about listening, you know. And she said that she traveled to where the people are, like the white supremacy people. I'm saying it like that, but I don't know where they are.
White supremacist.
Yeah. She actually confronted them, and she gave them space to talk. She gave them like all the space to say everything they needed to say. They were saying death threats, like they said the meanest things. Like they literally don't want her on this planet. Like it was that bad, you know. And everybody was saying, why is she doing that? That cycle, like that's the enemy. They were saying so many mean things. Like they said mean things to this person. So like, you know, why don't you have my back? And like, you know, why would you approach them anyway? But after she heard all of them out, after that, a few of them actually had to reconsider their own beliefs. And they were like, damn, like I let all of my anger out on this lady. She actually heard me, like she was there, like she took it. And then he started to question himself, like, damn, wait, like,
why the fuck am I yelling at an old
lady?
Like
the anger just ran out. And I don't think he realized that he felt heard. And to feel heard is to feel like you got nothing else to say. And then you get mental clarity, like, oh shit, wait, I was mad, I was sad, I was happy over that. Like, damn. So in those moments, these people actually reconsidered and you know, obviously she changed their lives because just simply by listening, you know.
Yeah. Like, has it ever happened to you when like you believe something in your brain and you say it out loud and you're like, what the fuck?
That makes no sense.
That makes
I'm so sorry, guys. I really have to pee so bad.
Go for it. Oh, we could keep going if you want to keep going.
And then like another thing that I noticed about listening is that when someone's talking and like it happens to me a lot with you, for example, when we're getting into our deep conversations. I've noticed that I'm always like, damn, I don't want to like cut you off, but like I also have like so much that I want to say, but I fear that if I don't get what I want to say out, I'm not gonna have like that, like just something really cool that I wanted to share, I guess, something that I wanted for you to know or whatever. And then it's like, okay, but then when I tell myself, you know what, just listen, like if whatever you're meant to really say will come out at the end of the day. When I look at it like that, instead of like I have to say what I have to say so that he can know how I feel about it, or whatever it is, or it's a cool conversation, like he's sharing something cool, I want to share something cool, like no, like it's literally like when I just stop and listen in the times that I could get myself to, I'm actually like, oh damn, like I heard you out. Now, one, I actually enjoy a lot what you have to say without my chatter going on, trying to interrupt you.
Yeah.
It's like I can actually learn. I can actually enjoy from what you're saying. And then not just that, but the thoughts that emerge once you're done are actually just as good as like what I lost. Either I remember what I wanted to say or like something better comes up, you know? And it's like I've been trying to look at it like that. Like I'm not missing out on anything, or like I'm not forgetting anything, or like I'm like it's still gonna, I don't know, you know what I mean, like
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much for the people watching, so.
Yeah.
What's it called, between Vanessa and I, obviously, like we, you know, we stated our things, you know. Her flaw was that, you know, she talks over, and my trigger was, you know, being talked over or not, you know. And I'm gonna take this on like on a spiritual route now. And I do want to say that even though Vanessa and I agreed to just be friends, and like we're fine, you know, I do believe that, you know, our souls were meant to like meet in this lifetime to learn the lessons that we're learning. And not only just her and I, with anyone you meet, if you meet anybody and they become close to you, and you find yourself getting triggered, you find yourself getting angry, you know, think of it this way: the universe brought this person to you to show you what you react to. And if you're able to take note and realize what you react to, then you're able to change. So say this person is going to bring out the anger out of you, this person is going to bring out the sadness out of you, you know. And you guys get the point. But the whole idea is to kind of reflect on yourself, because truly everybody is a reflection of yourself. If you get mad at somebody for a certain thing, it's because you see that inside of you. Otherwise you wouldn't have noticed it inside of them, you know. And yeah, I think that goes a long way to actually practice like that idea. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Life changing.
But it's good because it takes the in a way, like it takes like a lot of the negative feelings away from the experience, you know, like if you're being triggered and you realize you're being triggered, it's like okay, yeah, it feels uncomfortable, but at the same time I'm aware of why I'm being triggered, so I'm gonna be able to work on it now. Or it's like a lot of people say like, oh, he did this to me, he said this to me, and you kind of immediately go into victim mode. And it's like, well, you know, if you got triggered, you know, and obviously you're like, okay, you have the power to say, I don't want to be like a victim to this, because it's only hurting me because either I believe it about myself or because like it's something that happened to me in the past that I just haven't healed from, you know. But I truly do believe that at the end of the day, words do carry power, you know, like words, what was that saying?
Carry like
words
energy
cut
and
deep.
then,
Like, huh?
Wait, I don't understand what you're
What's
saying.
that one saying, that words cut?
I don't know.
Words
I
cut
only
deep?
Words cut deep? Yeah, it's just like that.
I
Words
think
cut
it's
deep.
just the only other one I can think of is the pen is mightier than the sword.
That too.
The pen what?
The pen is mightier than the sword.
Ah, interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You ever heard that in movies?
I've never heard that in a movie before.
Really? I feel like it's all my favorite movies.
Yeah,
I heard like in Shrek or something.
Yeah, literally no.
Yeah.
It's not in Shrek. But no, that's so true. It hurts. Like, it's hard to read something negative and then be like, damn, like someone really thinks that about me. And it's hard to be like, okay, that's not who I am. Like, that's not who I am. And kind of be sure in yourself that this, like, what they're saying is not really you. Because then you start to think about it and you're like, damn, but is it? Like,
Yeah.
What if I really am like that?
Yeah.
And then you kind of get like, oh, fuck. So I feel like it is hard to kind of feel like be hearing all this negative all the time and then
definitely
working on yourself to get out of that. Like, that's tough. That's a tough situation.
Yeah, that's a perfect example of resistance. If life's throwing lessons at you and you're over here like, please, I want to change. I want to be a different person.
Yeah.
Life's going to throw all these challenges at you. And if you're resisting the challenges, then you're just not going to change. If you're not willing to realize like the way that you're reacting to anything, you know, then you're just gonna remain the same person.
Yeah, like for me, like reading the whole like, oh, like you don't let, you know, anyone speak. I actually thought it was pretty funny. Someone said, if you want to hear yourself talk so much, like start your own podcast. That was hilarious.
Hey, but like they're not wrong though.
No, really.
Your podcast would be popping.
Yeah,
that would be popping.
But actually that made me laugh. So thank you to whoever said that. But it's true. Like when I read those things, you know, it's first uncomfortable, you know. I feel like for me, I went through like stages. So at first it was like the anger, the uncomfort, the wanting to defend myself. Like that 0 to 100 when something negative is being thrown at me is like my natural instinct is just, you know, to have that. But with the self-awareness that I have, I'm like, okay, one, I'm upset because I know I do it, you know, but I know I'm working on it. So that's out. Two, I know why it's happening. You know, I know why I adopted that like mechanism, and I can then see it instead of something bad as something that's just trying to protect me, and I can embrace it and love it, because like you are the kind of friend that I want to have, that it's like you don't get upset that I interrupt you because you know that is coming from a good place, because what I want to say, you know, and you care about what I want to say, and you're interested in what I want to say, and you want to talk with me about what I want to say. And I feel like I hope to extend you that same courtesy. I'm sorry, like I feel like I'm getting better at listening, but that's why it's important who you surround yourself with, because when you're trying to grow and you're trying to leave these behaviors in the past and grow from them, like you need people that are going to support you and that are going to show you love through that.
Yeah.
And when someone isn't aware of their own traumas, how they're playing into how they're feeling on their day-to-day, it's hard to manage what you're feeling and feel like you have to manage someone else, and it's not your job. And when you take that burden off of yourself to manage someone else's emotions, it's always going to come off mean or rude, because they themselves don't do it for themselves. So, and that's just kind of like what I've been.
But I think too, like, it comes down to sometimes like especially with friendship, I feel like people don't really view it as a relationship. It's just more of like, oh, they're my friends, but they don't realize that also friendships take energy. Yeah. So I feel like I'll introduce one friend to someone else and they'll be like, oh, like, yeah, they were cool, but they do this and this and this. And like, to me, then I'm like, okay, yeah, like maybe they do that, but like, I feel like people forget that when you want a friend, you have to accept them in all their flaws and all the things that might be annoying to other people or even might be annoying to you, but you're still like, yeah, they do this little thing, but look at how great they are at this other thing. And I don't think a lot of people like to accept everyone's flaws all the time, and right when like a flaw comes out, they're like, oh, like this person's doing this and this, like why the fuck am I even here, like, and that's when like kind of starts getting a little hateful.
And it's crazy because like you said, you brought this friend around who you thought was great in your perspective. Maybe she didn't trigger you, maybe maybe you weren't mirroring her, so it was possible for you guys to get along because nothing she did was actually made you feel any type of way, as opposed to you brought it to another friend who does have something that is triggerable by her or him or whoever, and it's like they don't click, and you're like, well, I think they're pretty fucking great, you know. But it's like, but to them, and it's like, but it's possible when you have that self-awareness of why I'm being triggered to be like, oh, you know what, like this person does this that triggers me, I'm not gonna villainize her because she has that trigger for a reason. God knows what she went through when she grew up. It's just not for me, because I'm trying to protect my space. I'm trying to grow, and I'm trying to surround myself with people that actually love and care about me and are going to help me. And if that's not what you're bringing in my life, I just don't want to be around it. And it's no hate to you. There's nothing wrong with you. And I wish you the best on your journey, but I need to remove myself. Yeah. You know?
And sometimes even like that removal doesn't even last, like, or maybe it could last like a short period, or maybe it could last years, you know, but eventually I feel like it is possible. And yeah, it is possible to just kind of like connect all over again and then realize each other's growth, you know?
Yeah. And I love thinking too that there's like multiple soulmates, just
I remember you talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah, like I love it. I love thinking because I love meeting people that I connect with so deeply that I'm like, how can I love you this much? And you're just my friend. Like, it's not even in a relationship where I just love you so much. Like, I can't even believe it. But I don't know if that's just me loving my friends a lot, but...
Shout out to you, Val. That's how I feel about you, baby girl.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Like, you just have soulmates literally flying around the world and you don't even know it.
I believe in your pets can be your soulmates.
Oh, for sure.
100%. Yeah.
My soulmate's dead.
My sister... Oh, my God.
It's okay. I have another one. He's still there.
Huh?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
He's like, it's fresh. You guys all have pets that are deceased.
Yeah, and I did recently lose my dog Twinkie. His name is Twinkie. Yo, shout out Twinkie.
He's here right now. I feel his energy in the room right now. Twinkie, speak to me.
I remember him. Now that I'm fucking tripping balls, I remember when you used to make videos and he would always be like on your lap.
He did all these tricks. Yeah. He knew so many tricks. He was a smart. I'm about to start crying. Hell no.
No, don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. Well, you can cry if you want to.
I don't know if I want to though. Not here. Okay.
Okay.
But no, like it's because I already had time to cry. You know, I had time to cry, and I'd rather not do it right now because I might do it later. But anyway.
Yeah, I do believe in pet soulmates, 100%.
I believe in friendship soulmates. I believe in maybe not soulmates, but like I believe that whoever you're like super attracted to in this lifetime, whether it's a friend or a relationship, or even like a bond between you and a parent, or a bond between you and a cousin, like a bond between anyone. Mm-hmm. I feel like to me that signifies that you guys like lived past lives together.
Oh,
that you guys. That's why because you constantly like your energy is like meeting in different times and space.
So you believe that like you believe in eternal soulmates? Because if you're finding each other in each life, just in different forms.
Well, I think that definitely there might be those forms, you know, where it's like you guys are eternal. But I think they're also the ones that like they share a couple lifetimes together and maybe they go apart. Like they took what they had to take from each other and then like they're moving on. You know what I mean?
That's
like
true.
I just read a story like that. I think it was on Reddit, and it was pretty much saying like that these twins. I don't remember how the story went, but it was pretty much this guy, and he was talking about how he ran into like a medium, and that the lady told her like, oh, you need to let me go or something like that. But it was that he had oh my God, okay, I'm remembering these stories. Sorry, I'm like brain farting.
No,
but he had gone to a medium multiple times, and he didn't believe in them at all, because all the things that they said were very generic. And so that he finally goes to one, I think in Portland, and the medium tells her like, oh, you had a twin. And that he was
I said that story.
Yes.
Yeah, in the last podcast.
Oh my God, I'm like, where the fuck
I was waiting to see if it was going in that direction, but yeah, it was the exact story.
I was like, dude, I don't know why I just thought of that right now.
It's so crazy, right?
It's a beautiful story though.
It makes me so happy though, like to think that everyone that I came to
totally
love.
I read this on Reddit. I have this
you
like
probably
memory
did.
in my brain.
No, you probably did, dude. It went. I saw it because I went viral on TikTok.
Okay.
So you probably saw it on TikTok too.
Okay. Because I'm like, I can see the words and little Minecraft.
It's probably a story that has been around.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't doubt it. It's a beautiful story, and it's like it's so comforting to know like the people that you care about and love in your life, like you guys have been together for lifetimes, or you know, or that even after this lifetime you'll still see them, you know.
I'm like, I hate that. Sometimes I'll be thinking, I'm like, did I already say this in another podcast?
That's happened to me a couple times.
Yes, and then I'm like, just don't say anything. Just don't say anything. Also, that's tripping me out. It's the Aurora. Aurora Borealis.
Yo, you know what? A few days ago, there was like this announcement that there's gonna be like a visual of like the auroras in LA. And I was like, bro, what? There was like this like a post, and everybody was sharing it on their story, saying that like by 11:50 p.m. they're gonna shut off I don't know what lights so that we could be able to see it better. And I'm just like, bro, can we really see it?
I don't think that's real.
Yeah, I feel
like
like
there's too much light pollution in LA to be able to see that, or like too much smog to be able to grasp that light.
And I was thinking, why specifically LA? Like, why do you have to drive?
Tune in, guys! Big event happening.
Big event. If you all want to see a fucking shooting star, the auroras, go to LA.
Fake. That's some fire festival.
Only
shit.
in LA.
They're just trying to get us down there.
Sorry, it's because I'm talking to Iris, my babysitter, y'all.
Oh yeah, sometimes Vanessa just like checks out. She can't hear when she
can't multitask. You guys, it's really like
sometimes I'll be making
fun
of
it. Weird, because that's a mom thing, multitasking.
No, before she even like she was born like not being able to like She couldn't cry and like move at the same time. She had to like cry.
I can't drink water and walk. I have to stop to drink water.
I feel like I just take a risk when I do it. Like, I know there might be a chance that the water might shoot to the back of my neck and I'm gonna like choke when I'm walking and drinking water, but I'm always like, I can do it.
No, I just can't. Like, I'll have to physically just stop and then be like, glug, 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 and then like keep walking.
Oh, that's crazy.
Unless it's with a straw.
With
a straw, obviously, because I'm like.
Yeah, you're just holding the bottle down.
Has control. Fuck straws. Get them at the ocean.
Get them at the ocean.
Everybody jump in the ocean right now.
Dude, I feel like I've been coming to the realization that I love the beach. Like, the beach and the ocean just give me such peace that I can't even, like, nothing matters when I'm at the beach. Like, everything that's wrong, I'm there and I'm like, okay, it's okay. Like, all those problems are okay because here I am, like, on the sand in the ocean, just listening to the waves
Hearing
crash.
the waves. Oh, it's fucking amazing. I love it. Have you ever done it high?
Yeah, all the time.
It's fucking amazing.
I love it.
It's the best shit ever.
And on sunset or sunrise, I love sun. What do you guys like more, sunset or sunrise?
I personally haven't experienced too many sunrises.
Really?
But the few that I have recently experienced, they've been like beautiful.
Yeah,
beautiful,
they're dope.
yeah.
I feel like they're underrated.
Oh, for sure.
Way underrated.
When we were leaving Big Bear with Ezra's first snow trip, the most beautiful sunset. It was a sunset.
Aww.
It was like super red, super like yellow and orange. It was like one of those.
What, you mean
so
Forest Falls, right?
Beautiful. Yeah, leaving Forest Falls.
Oh, Forest Falls.
Ezra was so nice.
And you guys went to the snow?
Yeah, it was Ezra's first time. He
too.
loved it so much. One of the things that I enjoy about our friendship is that like we're able to co-parent in that way. Like, you know, it makes me sad to think about kids whose parents like because
Can't
they're not
stand each
together,
other.
yeah, they can't stand each other, they can't work through their issues and you know, still show their kids like, hey, like this is healthy, we still care about each other, we created a human together. And I know everyone doesn't have our same story. Like I know there's like a lot of different kinds of stories, but for the ones that it is possible but they're just not willing, you know, to do the work to get there, like it's just sad because baby.
Yeah, and like having tough conversations is what
it's so uncomfortable.
got us through all that shit.
Oh, Hugo and I have had so many uncomfortable conversations.
Tough as uncomfortable as conversations. Yeah.
Me.
Did you guys ever bump, like, did you guys agree on the name?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, we did, but she had way more ideas, and I disagreed with her ideas, but we did agree on Ezra.
Yeah, I had so many, and obviously since it was both of our first kids, I didn't want to be like, no, it's gonna be my name.
Yeah.
Or the highway. So I let it, you know, be okay, whatever we agreed on. And Ezra was the name that literally is the only name he liked. I brought like 1,000 to the table, and that was the only one he said yes to.
I forgot my initial reasoning, but right now I can say that it's a 4-letter word. I mean, he's gonna be like able to spell that shit pretty easy.
Well, that's true.
And Easy is also like a pretty cool nickname for Ezra.
Oh my god.
Hey yo, Easy. And
that's
then,
funny.
And then it wasn't until afterwards that we found out that Ezra was actually a name in the Bible, and it means helper or something along those lines.
And he loves to help.
Yeah,
he loves it so much.
That is so cute. I always think of that. I'm like, how the fuck? Like, what if I name it wrong? Or like, what if that wasn't his name and that's just the one I gave him and now he hates it?
You know, one thing that I love about that though is like, it's so true what I mean. Like when you look at a baby and you say their name and you can feel like if it fits or not. I genuinely feel, I don't even think I ever told you this. I genuinely remember when I carried Ezra and I said his name to him for the first time, like it felt right. And I've come across parents that they say it doesn't feel right. So they change it and whatever they change it to feels right.
Yeah.
And it's like, I get that feeling of looking at your baby and saying their name and it's like, yeah, like this is your name, dude.
Ezra's a beautiful name too.
I love it.
It's dope.
I remember thinking like wow, like this is beautiful. I don't know what it means, but it looks and sounds cool. Like it has a Z in it. I
I was just gonna say that because
that's
of the
like
Z.
the only name I've seen with the Z in it. Well, I mean Zendaya and all this shit, but like Ezra's like a cool
Zendaya. I've never met any other bitch named Zendaya. Like, how the fuck
but
did your parents?
it is a name though. I'm saying.
No, I know, but I'm saying like, how the fuck did they think of that? Like, I'm always like, they named me Stephanie, bitch. Out of all the names, Stephanie.
They were
Nicole.
bored. Huh? They were bored. Nicole's your middle name?
Stephanie Nicole, like the most fucking basic middle name.
They was in the US of A, baby. They was trying to, you know, fit in.
Like my brother's name's Jose, and my other brother's name's Victor. And I'm fucking Stephanie. Like, bitch, ew, I hate that.
It wasn't Estefania?
No. And I have a cousin named Stefania. She's my bestie. Oh, Sonia?
Oh, Sonia?
I don't know if she wanted me to tell that.
Wait.
Her name's
So her
Sonia
name's not
Estefania. Yeah.
Oh.
Bleep it out, imagine.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
Literally.
funny. How do you think the Hispanic community, like, for example, let's say you named your daughter Zendaya, how would your family, like, Mexicanize it?
Oh.
Zendaya.
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 Sandalias. I could already see my grandpa being like, Sandalias, ven pa' acá."
That's
I see what
so
you mean.
true.
Like, what would they change it to? Because, dude, our family always does that. No one's safe. They would, growing up, I was called Vanessa la Mayonesa. Like,
That is so
literally.
cute.
Yeah, so it's like
I
they
love
always
it.
La
gave us,
Mayonesa.
like, funny nicknames.
I'm sorry, I never even knew that. I'm sorry using that shit.
It's fucked up.
Vanessa la
It's
Mayonesa.
cute. Do you guys know what col is?
What?
Col? It's like, I think it's... Oh my god, what's that shit? No, not kale. The round one that's like, kind of looks like a lettuce.
Repollo?
Yeah, I think it's another word
Cabbage?
for cabbage in
Another
like
word?
Spanish. Like I think it's another
Oh.
word for repollo.
Coliflor.
No, it's just col.
Oh,
So
no.
my dad would always go, ni col, ni lechuga. And I'd be like,
Oh.
okay, and I hated it, and I
Hey,
think
you
that's
slick.
why I hated my name. My dad was so annoying with that.
That's the slickest shit I ever heard.
And
That's
I'd be like,
hilarious.
how the fuck did you, like Mexicans just become like coming up with the randomest shit to say.
Mm-hmm.
My
Like-
name was always like straightforward. Hugo.
Hugo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hugo,
yeah.
like juice,
Hugo
yeah.
and Paca juice. Dude, and it's maybe that's where we get our humor from. If you think about like Hispanic culture, it's very like
Yeah.
jokey. Like everyone's always cracking jokes, everyone's always laughing.
Yeah,
and it's
that's
like as a
true.
form of like
Like vacilando.
vacilando
Yeah.
todo el tiempo. Mhm.
It's true, but sometimes they be hurting you and they're
They're
like,
going
"Quiere
too
llorar." I'm like,
far.
yeah, bitch, you just roasted the shit out of me. What do you mean? I hate it, dude. Every time if they start chanting, quiere llorar, I would cry.
Ah.
I'd be like,
No.
vas a ver cuando tú cumplas años. I'm gonna roast you and I'm gonna say, ¿Quieres llorar? ¿Quieres llorar?
hell no, I hated it. It was traumatizing because I cried for everything. Like I was already a crybaby. I was annoying. I was a bad kid. Like I would cry for everything. For like nothing. Like my mom wouldn't even be like, te voy a pegar ya, and I would already be crying. Because I already knew she was going to hit me. But then, my mom would be like, ¿Quieres entrar al baño? And I'd be like, no. So I'd be scared. So then when they would say, ¿Quiere llorar? I'd be like, yeah, I do. Because now y'all giving me a space.
Dude, it's crazy how like they traumatized us since day one. Like, bruh,
Yeah.
y'all didn't even give me room to cry because you were being scary as hell. Like, even for crying, I would get in trouble. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
wild.
That's
like,
terrifying, yo.
¿Quieres llorar? Llora para... Te voy a pegar para darte algo.
Para darte algo para que llorar.
Ajá,
Yeah.
te voy a dar
Yeah.
algo para que llores. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like, bro, what? Like, I'm experiencing a natural reaction to the fear and the pain you're inflicting, and the answer is to give me more pain and
Fear.
Like,
No, you know what I like? I'm going to turn this around and make it positive. You know what I like about like Mexicans? That they say provecho.
What does that mean? Can you-
Provecho, it pretty much means like, oh, have a good meal. But like, I like that strangers say it to each other. Like, if you were eating at a table and I was eating next to you, and now I'm leaving and you're not done eating, I would be like, oh, provecho.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
like
like
that too.
so sweet, and I hate that like there's no like direct translation to something in English. Like, I feel like Mexicans are always really
Provecho.
kind. Like when they go into somewhere or like they don't know someone, they're still like, oh, buenas
They
tardes.
just say, okay, bye, enjoy your meal.
Yeah, and it's sweet.
I like that too.
Yeah.
And it's cool because like you greet people with buenas noches, but you can't say good night to people and like.
Yeah.
Oh, like a hello,
Like,
good night.
Like yeah, because you could say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and then
Oh, like you
good-
can
good
use,
night?
but you can't use good morning as a goodbye either. Like you can use hello as a goodbye, but you can't use it. You can use good night as a goodbye, but you can't use it as a hello. And you can say good morning as a hello, but you can't use it as a goodbye.
yeah, not at all. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
really just
exactly.
good afternoon. You can use it for hello or bye. Oh wait, can you say bye?
By what?
Like good afternoon in a bye way? I guess it would just be like have a good
buenas
afternoon.
tardes, like, but like in Spanish, like what I was trying to say is how it doesn't translate to English as well. Like how you can use these same phrases,
oh yeah.
but you can't use them in the same like situation.
Like,
you
I
know?
was
You
just
just-
spiraling at this point.
No, you're good. But like if you see someone like during this time, you'll say buenas noches, like how are you doing?
Yeah.
But like if you're speaking in English, you can't say like
Oh, good night.
that
yeah,
specific
yeah.
word. You could say it in a different way, but like that
Right,
specific
right,
word, you can't
right.
use it.
I have the thing I hate the most on the planet, like definitely top 5, is that good morning. I don't know if I said this already, but I'm gonna say it fucking again. Good morning is 2 words and good night is 1. I do not
Why?
like that. I do not fucking like that. That
Who
makes
made
no
it?
sense.
Why?
Who made it that way?
I I think good night together became normalized for some weird
Who dropped
reason.
these words?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, you can use good morning.
Who did that?
You can only use good morning in two words, but you can use good night, like good space night, and you could also use a good night.
Like a compound word.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck is that?
Oh, like we had a good night.
Yeah. No, not like that. Like, you can spell it either way.
Mm-hmm. But like we had a
it's different. We had a good night.
We had a good night.
It's like
or
a good night. But if you're going to sleep, good night. It's different.
Yeah, but why isn't good morning one word too?
I would still think that good night needs that space though. I would still think that.
Right?
I think it's just because good morning's too fucking long to be one word.
Good morning. Oh, I'm tired of saying
but
that.
like, it's annoying to me. Like, when I type it and I'm like, it just doesn't look right.
You're like,
yeah, I'm like, here we go with the fucking space again. I hate it.
I'm tired of using the space bar.
Fuck you.
I got me pressing extra letters. I don't know.
Got me exerting extra energy.
You know, the only class I ever got an A in middle school was keyboarding.
Good for you.
Yeah, I was pretty good at typing.
That's a skill that you can actually apply in the real world. What the fuck am I gonna do with PEMDAS? I'm just saying, not PEMDAS, but like the Pythagorean theorem. What is that ever gonna do for me? What is like you know, that's an actual skill. That's
what am I gonna know about dissecting a cat?
Exactly. What do I gain from opening this frog?
Yeah, I didn't get to do the frog because my grade was bad.
No, we're over here laughing at shit.
But I get oh my god, I fucking
dude, that's what's happening to me.
I did. Fuck me. Oh my god, I did get to dissect a cat. That was a tongue twister though.
Damn, that was.
Dude, tell me why we dissected a mink. You guys know what a mink is?
Fuck. That's
aren't those like those little creatures that hunt rats and shit?
And we had to dress it up in the end, create a stage for it, put an outfit on it, and give it a stage name.
Were you guys? What's that word?
What was yours?
When you stuff the animals, what's that?
Stuffed animal.
No,
I'm kidding.
Termidex. Taxidermy.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Taxidermy is when you stuff the animals.
Oh, like when they have like the heads.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I'm laughing because we named ours Minky Minaj.
Did you give her a blonde wig?
Yeah, dude, her outfit was cute. She had a wig on, everything.
Do you remember like the other names from the other people?
Not at all. Mine was the best.
Minky Minaj.
Dude, literally, it was like the best.
I would name my Minky Mouse.
What about you?
Bitch, no, y'all too creative for me. That is so funny.
I'm not taking credit for that name. I'm pretty sure. We was in a group. I didn't come up with that.
That is so fucking funny. Fuck. You know what's fucked up too? Yeah, we're just playing with dead corpse.
Minky Meow.
Wait, Minky Meow.
Who's that?
No, like kitty, like meow.
Meow. Mickey Meow. You just took.
No sense.
She just took mine and tried to change it.
Stage name.
That was like the Walmart version of Minky
be like
Mouse.
A stripper. Minky Meow.
Minky Meow. That sounds lucky cute.
Minky Meow the stripper.
That does sound like a stripper name.
Yes.
Minky
that could be
Meow.
your porn name.
That's definitely a porn name.
Yeah. Isn't it weird? Do you ever think of that? I always think of that. Like,
what would mine be? Like, what would you guys see like as my name for a porn name?
Juice it up.
Juice it up.
Oh my god. I was just thinking of a chat ass name or something like that.
Yeah, me too. I was thinking, but she said juice it up.
Like, why'd you answer so fast? I've been thinking about it.
Oh my god. What about me, Jimmy?
Dude, honestly, Steph's Got Milk. It's fucking perfect.
Oh yeah, Steph's Got Milk.
I don't even have big titties.
that's your MILF name.
Dude, how'd you come up with that?
I used to just drink a lot of milk. Oh. I loved milk a lot. And like I would like if I would any meal I had, I would have to have a glass of milk after.
Damn. Do you still got milk?
No. I don't. I got almond milk.
She's lactose intolerant.
I low-key am. Fuck. I'm Steph's got almond milk now.
Steph's got oat milk.
Steph's got soy milk.
Literally, yeah, the bitch I can't drink milk no more. Ice cream, dude, fucks me up.
Oh, that's sad.
I know.
Have you ever tried taking the small lactate pills?
No, but sometimes like if I take like probiotics before I eat something that like lactose, it helps a lot. Yeah, because like It's not that I get like the shits. My body just retains the gas. So it's not even like I get the shits or I have to fart. It's just stuck there. So I'm like bloated.
Pain,
It literally is just hurting me.
It's super painful.
Yeah, that sucks. Because if I just got the shits, I would not give a fuck. I would be eating everything and be like, well, whatever. I'm gonna go shit in anyways.
Yeah, and it's crazy because when she got pregnant, like that's when I discovered that I was lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
Because before that, I never had any symptoms. I never would react to lactose at all.
What?
And when she got pregnant, like I was like, oh, like I feel nauseous, and like at first I was like, oh, I'm getting her symptoms, you know.
Oh, dude, I think that is so cute when like dads get the symptoms.
Yeah,
I genuinely think you did, dude.
Yeah, no, probably. But then after that, lactose intolerance, was that like the fucking the result of it? Damn. The price I had to pay for
karma.
that. For real, huh?
You didn't get birth.
He's all, God damn it! Look at what pregnancy did to me.
You didn't get birth,
lactose intolerant.
You didn't get birth, but you gonna get something.
For real.
Do you still drink milk though?
I do now. So that's actually where I was going, is that now I don't have any reactions to lactose anymore.
Oh.
And it's crazy because like it like the moment that I realized that I didn't react to it anymore, like I remember the night before I was like meditating, you know. I was pretty faded, so I was like meditating, and I was like, I'm tired of being lactose intolerant. Like,
Stop it.
This shit is destroying me. Like I lost so much. Like I was working out for a while. I was working out.
Yeah.
And because of like I would throw up diarrhea and
Damn.
pain and everything.
Yeah,
So like
lactose intolerance hits you hard, dude.
Yeah,
That's why we made fun of him, like, bro, like he's really going through like pregnancy symptoms because it was exaggerated. Dude, I didn't have symptoms. I was pregnant.
What a guy.
Dude, not one, dude, you guys, not one fucking symptom did I get. My pregnancy was a fucking breeze. Like,
so
happy the whole
I took
time.
it on for you.
She, you took everything.
She was a queen.
Queen shit
Queenie
only.
weenie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but,
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was meditating, and then like I was like, all right, I'm gonna tell myself I am not lactose intolerant anymore. And I did it playing around, but I was also being genuine and serious, you know. But I was just like, all right, if I do have the power, let me fucking control this shit right now. If I have full control of my body, let me fucking do it. You know?
Asking you shall receive.
Yeah, exactly. And like the next day, I was like, I didn't really think about it. I just didn't have like a lactate pill, and I was like, you know what? I like in that moment, I reminded myself, right, last night I was saying this, blah blah blah. So I reconnected to that, and I ate, and nothing happened. And I was like, okay, this is where maybe it was just like the pizza, maybe you know. And I drank milk. Like straight up cow milk, you know, and nothing. And I was like, bro, ice cream. Now I'm eating everything. Now I'm like, bro.
He's all binging now.
Yeah, I'm binging it, but like I'm like, dude, how? Like how? Like someone explain that to me. Like the night that I said like, all right, I don't want to be. Yeah. It just went away. Like what the fuck?
He's gonna be on what?
My 600-pound life soon.
Wait, what?
I'm on my way. He's all like, yeah, guys, and my life changed for the better. I could lactose now, and you're all like huge.
Yo, meditation is key, everyone.
Meditation changes your life.
Meditation is key. Hey, but you know, it really is. It really is.
Yeah. And I think it goes to show like when you truly believe something and you like ask for it genuinely, like, you know, and you let go, like you don't attach yourself to an outcome. I feel like that's also important. Where it's like you ask. You embody that, and then you don't hold on to like an expectation. You're just like, okay, it is what it is. And I feel like that's when it comes easier because you're not creating resistance to like it has to be this way or like it has to happen now or whatever. It's just like you asked for it and you let it go. And I feel like when you do that, when you don't show resistance, like the universe, like what is that word? He rewards you for that.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Yeah.
I have a question. Did you ever drink her titty milk?
I've never tried it, but you know, I feel very grossed out to try it out just because I mean I don't even like the idea of drinking something that came out of her titty, you know, but but then I'm hearing that other guys would try it, you know, and they all had good things to say about it, and now I'm just like, damn, I wish I would have tried it.
You know what's wild? My cousin just had a baby and he was a preemie, and so like I guess like my cousin's wife, her nipple isn't in the shape yet that lets the baby latch onto her. So like my sister-in-law literally goes and breastfeeds him.
And that actually works though.
Yeah, but I think that's crazy. Like I don't think I ever realized that like women like breastfeed each other's babies. Yeah.
That people donate their breast milk.
Yeah, well I knew that, but like I think it's different, you know, like
when they're actually on
you.
But it's natural. Like it's the crazy thing.
No, for sure. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like I never really thought about that.
I only breastfed Ezra for like 2 months, and after that, my sister actually breastfed him.
A few times.
Really?
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
That's good. I love when when babies get breastfed.
Yeah, or like even like he would get sick and she'd be like, all right, here, I pumped the bottle for him.
Yeah.
Or like he would something like his little eye would get red. She'd be like, here, put some breast milk on it. Like she was always on deck.
It's wild.
Shout out to Fanny
to her sister,
Nivaquita. I love you.
No, dude, it's crazy like how healing mother's milk is
Oh yeah.
to their baby.
Yeah.
Or to like a baby, you know what I mean?
Did you know that when breast milk like normally is like kind of like a whitish color, but whenever the baby latches on, obviously the saliva goes into like the body because there's like a hole. The body's able to read like the saliva and say, is the baby sick? Does he need any nutrients? Does he need anything specific? Is he lacking anything? So your body will produce more of that, and the milk will change color.
Whoa.
And when the milk changes color, that's when you know that your body's specifically producing this because it picked up that your baby is lacking it, so he needed it.
What the
Our bodies are actual machines, dude. Like, what the hell?
That is fucking insane.
Yeah, dude, literally. And that's one of the big reasons why I beat it myself up so much after I wasn't able to breastfeed him, because I got postpartum depression and it hit me bad to the point where I could literally do nothing. I couldn't even sleep. And just the thought of breastfeeding, it was just too hard. Like, it was literally too hard to do anything. And my heart goes out to any woman that goes through this and experiences this. When you literally feel like you can't even physically bring yourself to feed your baby because you're just so down. And you don't understand what's going on. And eventually my milk dried up and Ezra got used to the bottle. And like he would get frustrated when I would try to breastfeed him because not enough was coming out. So it was just like we just decided it'd be better for him to just switch over to the bottle. But it was really hard because that I did, with a few times that I enjoyed it. Yeah, it hurt sometimes, but that bond, it does feel beautiful to like feel that connection with your baby. And I'm glad I at least got to experience it for 2 months. But
you still have like that memory.
Yeah, I wish I would have done it longer, to be honest. Yeah, maybe my next one. We'll see.
Yeah, so my mom breastfed us for fucking ever.
That's good.
For like 2 years.
That's good. I love that.
My niece too. Like my sister-in-law was trying to get her like off, but I feel like she really likes it. Like how you said, like I think she really likes that connection with her baby. Yeah. Because like, but like I think too, like my niece is so sweet. Aww. So like when like I like see her when she breastfeeds her, like because when I go over there I stay with them. When she breastfeeds her, like in the middle of the night, like the baby just like she's like all cute on her. Cute. I don't know. It reminds me of like Tarzan when like. Yeah. You know, he just like curls up to his little gorilla mom.
And I think it's sweet that, you know, moms could like even breastfeed up to like 3. I even heard of a kid that breastfed at 4. Yeah. And it sucks that the older the kids get, the mom there starts the comment like, shouldn't he stop now? Like he's too big. True, And I feel like at that point, what thoughts are going through your mind that you feel like this bond is an issue? Like, why can't they simply keep breastfeeding? The kid certainly doesn't see it the way you're probably thinking of it. The mom doesn't see it that way. It's giving that child still, like, nutrients that I'm pretty sure are going to help his brain development and just his overall, like,
immune system, too.
Exactly. And it's like, what's wrong with that? Like, why do women... It's so sad that, like, already making a kid is so exhausting as it is. And it's sad that society makes it harder for women to just be mothers.
I hate that. Like when my sister-in-law gets like embarrassed to breastfeed, I'm like, bitch, if you don't pull your titty out right here and feed my niece, like you better do it right now. And I hate when people are like, ew. I'm like, fuck you. Like, dude, it really pisses me off.
Kiss my ass.
Because I'm like, can you just not be a pervert? Can you just let this child eat?
Yeah.
I really wish there was way more awareness on like teaching men how to be dads.
Yeah.
Because guys in general, they don't even know how to handle their own emotions. Like, you know, guys in general, they don't know how to handle their own emotions. And to be given a child and not even know how to, like, you know, it's fucking it's so intense. Like even for me, like I had zero experience with kids at all. I also had no patience for kids, you know. And that all just grew on me, like as I learned. She went through the whole like postpartum depression, and that's when I was like, damn, I have to be a dad right now. Like, what the fuck? Like, I have no experience. I've never changed a diaper in my life, you know?
You would change diapers and stuff?
Yeah, in the hospital, you know, she'll be, you know, resting, and then I'll be changing his diaper. And by the way, like, newborns poop, like, black, like tar.
Yeah, like, it looks like,
It's like those, like, black beans, you know? Like,
yeah.
Dude, you were literally a trooper through that because... I don't want to bash men, but a lot of men wouldn't have been able to step up like that. And obviously it has to go with the way they were brought up. They don't feel comfortable. They don't know how. So, you know, that's a whole other issue. But the truth of the matter is in that moment, a lot of men can't step up. for whatever reason, you know, and a lot of women tend to rely on their mothers, their sisters, their tias, you know, women. You know, men aren't typically, they don't go to men with these problems or not, that's not a problem, but with the help, you know, with the support, with the effort. And yeah, you did amazing. Like I was very not surprised actually, because you wanted, you know, you were very excited throughout the whole pregnancy. And I knew this is something that you really wanted, and you were mentally preparing even though you weren't ready, even though you had no experience. I could tell that your mentality going in was like you were yearning for it and you were excited for it. And yeah, he definitely helped me so much. Like literally I practically did barely anything. I barely lifted a finger in the beginning, and you took over and did amazing. And Israel, like literally I could see why sometimes he's like more excited to be with you than with me, because I feel like since day one, from like the moment that he was in my stomach, like he was just talking to him immediately.
Aww.
And for me, it actually took a while for me. And I want women that are listening that have children, because I know a lot of women that got pregnant and they were excited, but they were also in shock, or they also had mixed emotions. And when you have mixed emotions, it's hard to fully just dive into the experience of being pregnant. And for me, for sure, one of the things that was hard for me in the beginning was like touching my stomach and speaking to it. Like it didn't come natural to me, because it's so odd how it felt foreign. It felt like something else wasn't like inhibiting my body, and it wasn't, I didn't feel a connection yet. And it's hard to feel that way being pregnant, but it's so normal, but it's so taboo. Like women feel like they can't talk about it.
No, for sure. I had a friend who she told me like until like 6 months, that's when she started getting like the maternal instinct of be like, oh shit, like okay, this is my baby. And I'm like, 6 months is pretty much almost your whole pregnancy.
Exactly. So and I want to open the floor up to those conversations, because these women are trying the best that they can, and they're still, you know, doing the thing. Even though they might not feel it right away, they're still being good mothers, and they're doing the best that they can. And I see you, and you're doing great. And I promise you, in time, those feelings will definitely subside, and that love will start growing. I'm not gonna lie, for me, I didn't start feeling excited about my pregnancy until probably like the last like 3 months of my pregnancy. It was like actually registering. Like I was actually able to talk and take pictures and like
that's when he was
hold
doing
my
flips
stomach
in your stomach and shit. Like,
when he started moving, it's like I was like, I think definitely was that when I was like, oh shit, like there's actually my child in here. He's moving. He's alive. Like it's when it started like kind of clicking. Like, oh yo, like
that makes me panic. Like honestly, just pregnancy makes me panic.
Yeah,
like it freaks me out. Like just the physical aspect of it. Like there's a little baby penis in you. Like I always think of that, or
it's
like
forming inside of you.
Yeah, like you're literally creating a penis.
Yeah.
Not like in a weird way. I just always think of that. Like I'm like, there's these little tiny fingers inside of you, and like a little human.
And they have hair too. Remember when we did Ezra's 4D ultrasound?
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
And what color was his head? That the lady was like, oh, you see all that? That's hair. He's gonna have a lot of hair. And sure enough, dude, he was born full head of hair.
And you wouldn't get heartburn?
No, it was only until the end, when I was like a month away from giving birth, that my stomach was the biggest. That when I would lay down, like his whole like body would just slide up to me, and it would like I could feel it pressing on my organs, and I couldn't breathe. And at that point I did have to stay away from like certain foods, like, you know, hot sauce or things like that because since like it would push everything up or to the side or wherever, if it was hot, like it would come up.
Right.
But it wasn't till the end, to be honest. I feel like my whole pregnancy was fucking amazing, and I thank God for that, because like I was physically, I felt amazing, but mentally I was going through it.
Yeah, that would have sucked if it was both at the same time.
So I definitely, my heart goes out to you if you're dealing with both. You know, you're a fucking trooper. You got this. You will make it out.
Especially if you're by yourself.
Yeah. Oh yes,
if you're by yourself in the picture. Salute you.
And I want to tell you that once that baby is born, it will definitely all be worth it. I promise you that. And literally, yeah. So I was grateful that I was able to, at least my body physically wasn't on top of like my mental.
Yeah.
Because it was hard. It was a lot.
Damn.
You know, one of like the coolest, like tiniest experience that I felt through your pregnancy was when he was like nice and big. I remember I would try and listen like to his heart, and I would actually hear his heartbeat. And I thought that was so trippy, because I was like, I didn't think it was possible to just like, you know, to hear a baby's heartbeat in the stomach, because we only heard it through the ultrasound. And then hearing that, I was like, yo, that's crazy. And like, and then even now, like him and I, like sometimes we'll just like hear each other's heart. Like sometimes like he'll randomly ask me, "Can I hear your heart?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure."
He loves it.
He loves it. Yeah, yeah.
That is so sweet. But isn't that fun? Like you had 2 hearts.
Yeah.
Like you literally had 2 hearts.
I know, it's crazy.
She had her own heartbeat and then like, an
Yeah.
extra heartbeat going on right there.
Yeah.
It's
That's
crazy. It's a really cool
insane
experience.
to me.
Yeah.
Like that's what I mean. Like that whole process is insane to me. Like chickens laying egg is more normal to me than humans having babies. Like this dude is just laying an egg, keeping it warm, and then little baby chicks can come out. That's all good and dandy. Could go about its day. Oh, I feel lazy. Let me go sit on my egg.
Mhm.
That's normal. Like a fucking whole creature growing inside of you for almost an
human.
entire year. No, I know it's a
Crazy.
human, but at the end of the day, we're creatures. You know
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I
no,
mean?
for sure. Yeah, yeah.
Like it's weird.
It
Like
is
it's some
very weird.
alien ass shit in a good way, but like still
They even
trips
look
me
like
out.
aliens like while they're
Yeah,
in
they're
there,
all
like while they're
fucking-
forming.
when
and
they
shit.
come out too.
When they're newborns, I'm not gonna lie, bro. They come out ugly, and you cannot lie to someone and be like, "Oh, cute."
But you know what?
Come on, man.
There are exceptions.
No, there are.
There
I've
exceptions.
seen beautiful newborn because I used to do pictures in a
Oh,
hospital.
you're right.
Yeah, so
Newborn
like I would
photography.
like it would be like the day after or the morning after whatever. But like I'll take their pictures and sometimes I'll be like, damn, where's this dude's angle, you know? But and then they'll
You're
be
judging babies one
mean,
day
you-
after they're born.
you
Haven't even had time to
It's not the
sin.
womb already fighting for its life.
He'll only breathe like 7 times and I'm over here judging shit. No, but
my
I mean,
God.
you know when a baby's like, you know.
Yeah.
But there would be beautiful as like newborns and boys and girls, you know, and it's just like I don't know, it's a really cool experience.
Would you wrap them?
Yeah, like sometimes when the mom couldn't move, she was like, you know, and I had to change the baby, I had to wrap them, I had to do everything, and the anxiety that I experienced because I had to shadow someone a few times and just watching them handle the baby like, pow, pow, pow,
Yeah, they're
tossing the
fucking
baby, flipping them and
careless.
shit, fucking- and then pow, 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 and all quick, and I'm like, bro, how do you like? I can't even poke a baby right now. Like I can't fathom the idea of it, you know?
Yeah, because they're so tiny.
They're so fragile, yeah, and their heads they're so like mushy out because their skull's informed and everything. So they're so fragile. It's scary to change a baby, you know?
Ew, did you ever see a baby with teeth?
Yeah, like a newborn.
Yeah. Did you know babies can be born with teeth?
Yeah, I
What?
heard. Mhm.
Like full set, like
But I don't know about full set, but with
they
teeth.
come out with
for
silver
sure.
teeth and shit.
No, dude, for real. It's
No,
crazy.
yeah, like they can literally come out with teeth.
I've never seen that.
No, me neither. But like I heard it was like a thing.
Ew.
That's nasty, huh? Imagine your
That'd
baby
be so
comes out and he's
strange.
like big
They're all
old
like
smile.
breastfeeding and chewing and shit. Like, ah.
That sounds terrible. See, this is what I mean. Then I hear that and I'm like, why the fuck
I'm
would
over
I
here
do
traumatizing you
that?
and shit.
Yeah, fuck no.
Hey besties, we are gonna bring you now some tea from our tea party. We're only gonna do 2 because we ran really long with our topics, but we want to share you because I know a lot of you guys have been waiting. But I'm gonna read one. Hey besties, I have a funny ass long story, but in the moment, mental breakdown. So to start off the story, this guy slid in my DMs and we talked for a good month. He asked me out, he picks me up, then we smoke in his car, we go get Wingstop, and then we finish ordering. He realized he forgot his wallet. Red flag as fuck. I only had Apple Pay on me and they don't accept Apple Pay. We then agreed to eat at Applebee's. When we were finished ordering our food and drinks, these 2 girls walked in and asked him if he was so-and-so, and he looked at them crazy saying, yeah, why? Me sitting there all confused, they told him, well, your baby mama is outside crying. Well, your baby mama is outside crying. Red flag as fuck. They were airing out all his business at Applebee's. I then get up and leave the restaurant because fuck that dude. He don't deserve me. And I walk outside and I see his poor baby mama outside crying, holding her 8-month-old
Oh no. Oh,
Panza.
panza. Oh,
Damn,
panza.
She was pregnant.
That's even worse.
I went up to her saying, hey girl, I'm sorry. I didn't know he was expecting a baby. She was understanding and said, it's okay, girl. It isn't the first time this has happened. Her friends came outside and said if I was okay and if I needed a ride somewhere or to my house. But I had called my older brother to pick me up. And then my meltdown began and I felt so bad. But thanks, Bessie. I hope this is funny and kind. Makes you realize you now have to ask. I'm sorry, you butchered this.
But thanks, bestie. I hope this is funny and kind of makes you realize you now have to ask guys that kind of information because they suck ass.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was butchering that.
It's okay.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
That is
experienced
fucking
that.
hilarious. I'm so sorry. But like, just like, I feel like date stories are funny. Because I'm like, this person really lived this awkward ass story. I feel like that's some movie shit.
Yeah. It really is.
Where it's like, you know, having dinner, having a good time at Applebee's, all of a sudden this bitch comes, your baby mama's outside crying, and then imagine like the girl how she felt like
the music.
what the fuck?
Haven't even gotten your appetizers
Literally,
yet.
your spinach artichoke.
The barbecue wings at Applebee's are fire.
Dude, Applebee's is low key. I don't give a fuck.
Underrated.
That shit's underrated as fuck.
Oh hell, I fucking love that.
My hat down to you though for walking away and respecting yourself. Hat down to you for going up to the mom and reassuring her that you had no clue and that you were sorry because obviously you were being considerate of her feelings. You didn't have to do that, but you did it. And shout out to them for being cool with you and offering you a ride home. You know, it shows they're mature. They realize that it has nothing to do with you. You know, you were deceived, and I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Also, did you pay or where was his wallet?
Yeah, girl.
I really want to know.
I'm glad you didn't have to. By the looks of it, she didn't have to. She had to leave mid-meal. So
Yeah.
His baby mama paid. He forgot his wallet.
Damn.
That's the only logical explanation as to how that meal was paid.
all the way from Fort Worth, Texas. Woo woo. My throat hurts, you guys. So sorry if you guys like.
You want me to read it?
Yeah.
Okay, it's okay, it's okay.
Oh.
All the way from Fort Worth, Texas. Well, besties, I have 2 kids with my quote, oh wait, not quote, parentheses, deadbeat baby daddy. For a while now, me and a guy have been talking and getting to know each other. He's so sweet, and I can honestly say I love him. Thing is, it's my ex's relative. Primos terceros or some shit, but what should I do? Should I continue and get judged as fuck, or just let that man go? Girl, if you love him, don't let him go. El que no es... How does that saying go?
I have no idea.
Oh my god.
What?
I forgot how it goes. But
Sorry.
anyways, third cousin, that's too far. If it was like your primo, if it was like his primo hermano, todavía. But I feel like third cousin, you could get away with that.
A third cousin? Yeah.
I mean, are they close or not? Like, you know, I feel like
That's
I feel like that also makes a
true.
difference. If they're not as close, then just go for it. You love this guy. you know?
Yeah, it sounds like he's great.
He's treating you the way you deserve to be treated, and you know.
Especially if your baby daddy's a deadbeat.
Yeah. I
Like,
mean,
why would you waste a good opportunity because of a deadbeat?
because of his
Yeah.
opinion. You
Yeah.
And they could call him Funko.
know? Funkle.
Oh my god, that one was short. Let's read
I
another
hope,
one.
and I hope that he treats your kids just as well as he treats
Oh,
you.
true. That's the main and most important thing.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't even hear that.
that
last part.
like
That
hope-
he treats the kids just as well as
Oh
he
yeah,
treats her.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's the most important part.
I feel like that's a main thing that a lot of women don't really
Look
think
at.
about when they're dating
Yeah.
men.
Yeah, not at all.
So you
One
remember
more, you guys, and then we have to cut because my babysitter's like, girl,
that? Where the
hurry
fuck
up.
you at?
Yeah.
So one of my friends a few years ago started dating this boy I was in love with. When that happened, I was destroyed. They dated for 3 years. They broke last year, and now she wants to hook up with his friend. But that friend has tried to take advantage of me and touch me without consent. She knows all of this. I
Oh,
told her I
no.
didn't really care and she could do whatever she wants. But think about it. It's so fucked up. When she told me she wanted to do it, she was like, I know what he did to you, but I really don't care because he helped me when I was in a bad situation with her ex-boyfriend. Garbage! That's not your friend, girl. That's
Nah.
literally not even
Drop the
close
friend,
to
drop
being
the
your
guy.
friend.
And anyone in that little circle gotta drop them.
Fuck no. You need to
Yeah.
get
Get out of
them
there.
the fuck out of your life. That is not your friend, girl. That is someone
yeah.
fucking...
And I feel sorry for her because if he tried to force you into doing something just because he's actually trying to court her and maybe want something serious with her, there's no saying that he's gonna feel more entitled to her body because he feels like they're together.
Right.
And that's sad. Like I hope that nothing like that happens to her, but you know what? If she does, I don't want to say it's gonna be her karma, but she's gonna learn the lesson right there, because how does that not scream like red flag to you? Like, damn, this
Yeah.
guy tried to touch this girl without
Who's
her
my
consent.
friend?
Who's my friend? But not even that, like, you know, touch you. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like it's like, damn, and you still want to date this man?
I'm so sorry, and I'm sending you so much love. Mhm.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Let's find a happier one.
Yeah, for real.
That was so sad.
Something
Alright,
that's all
let's-
hype and shit.
Yeah, something funny.
Yeah,
Why would they say that?
This one's hilarious. This one's hilarious. We're gonna end on this one. It's a funny note.
Okay. Long story short, I went out on a date with a guy to Buffalo Wild Wings. He starts taking a group talking. Y'all gotta get Grammarly. Long story short, I went out on a date with a guy to Buffalo Wild Wings. He starts talking to a group of guys at a table before we get seated. I thought that they were friends. The host sat me, and after I sat down, the guy I was on a date with told me he was gonna go fight outside. He went outside and got got jumped, came back in for the date all beat up, and I called my mom. That is fucking hilarious.
He said, look at me. I'm going to go beat up all these dudes. And he came back beat up.
The fact that she was like, he got jumped and came back in for the date.
Yo, he came back like he thought he did something, huh? Like, I look tough on.
He was like, don't worry, baby girl, I'm good. I have like a concussion right now, but I can still eat with you.
That is so hilarious. Like, I wonder if she knew that he was getting down.
Damn, I wonder if she did.
You know what I mean?
So
She was just there waiting, like.
And I'm so happy you went home. Thank God that you called your mom, because, bro, you don't, that energy, don't.
Wait, it says right there. He told me he was going to go fight outside.
Yeah.
That's
so casual. Like, imagine someone
right
casually
back.
tells you that on a date. Like, hold on, I'm about to go fight outside.
Dude, I wonder how many guys it was.
But let's think about what was in this guy's head. Like, he probably felt like, damn. And she thought that they were friends because they were talking, but obviously they had some sort of beef. So he felt like, damn, I'm gonna look like a bitch. Probably that's his mentality if I don't go fight these guys. You know what I mean?
Definitely the mentality.
Or like, or maybe, or who knows? Maybe he felt, because I'm looking at it two perspectives. Like, maybe he felt like she still think I'm a bitch. You know, if I don't fight.
But then what it sounds like she didn't even know that they were in they had gone in.
She thought they were friends.
Yeah. Friends.
So they probably called them out, huh? And they were like, let's go outside and fight right now.
Dude, it's because some guys are weird. Like, let me tell you guys what happened today when the guy got road rage.
Oh, yeah.
So I was having an emotional breakdown in my car, like talking on the phone with my friend, and I did not cut him off. I swear to God, I did not. Like, he was on the edge, so it kind of seemed like he was gonna turn into the next street, and that's when I got into his lane. But he went straight, so I guess he had like mad road rage, but I didn't notice because I didn't do it. Like, it's not like I just like went in. I literally like was like, Meow. And so we get to the red light, and I'm over here on the phone like sobbing, mind you, like I'm literally crying my eyeballs out. And I guess like he got off his car to fight with me, and he like looked in the window, and I was like. And he literally was like, and turned around. But when he got back to his truck, the guy in front of me kind of like got down to see if I was okay. And then he got pissed that the guy in front of me like got off. So then by the time the guy in front of me got back in his truck, this guy was already off again, like talking shit to the guy in front of me.
He's like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, I'm like, damn, this man just literally wants to fight. And you know what was funny? I know he was in his girl's car because the whole wheel was bedazzled.
Oh, Lord.
Or what if he was...
Or he stole
the car.
Why would he fight if he stole a car, though?
Maybe he's just that kind of guy.
Maybe he just got in a fight with this girl, so he stole her car. And so
maybe.
he's just angry. He wants to fight everybody.
Living on
Probably
the edge.
because I'm telling you, like, nothing was that serious, and he kept going fucking off, and I was like, damn. But at least he felt pity for me because I was sobbing.
Yeah, he could have easily been like,
yeah, dude, that's the only time where I've ever felt like, damn, like I'm really out here crying in the middle of the day, and he just kind of went like, yeah, okay, she doesn't need this right.
The moment that crying saved your life, huh?
Literally.
There's some shred of dignity in him.
I know he was kind of nice.
He could still be saved.
Yeah. But I was tripping because I was like, that felt like a movie scene. Like, I don't know what the fuck just happened, but it didn't feel real.
Well, besties, that is it for today. That was it for today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Sorry we're all over the place.
Yeah, but I think this is a fucking great episode. I love today's. Honestly, I feel like today's episode was my favorite because I feel like we got deep and I actually was able to talk about and get to see all these different ideas and share so many things that I truly care about and I'm learning about. So that was fucking cool, and I hope you enjoyed yourself too.
I did. I was really high. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not high anymore, thank God. Yeah. But like I feel like for a while I would be like, okay.
Yeah. We smoked and then I tripped out. It was unexpected, and we had to pause for like an hour before we started to film again.
Yeah,
so
we were chilling in the 7th dimension.
It's literally 12:30 in the morning right now. We should have been done a long time ago. But lesson learned. I just had a lot on my little head.
Literally,
a lot on my mind.
Jada Smith said, is that her name? Willow Smith. She was like, I left my consciousness in the 6th dimension. That's how I felt earlier.
Literally.
That's how it is.
But we love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Stephanie Ramierez, and you can find me at Steph's Got Milk on everything.
I am Vanessa Cazarez, and you can find me at bloomingvc.vic on Twitter. No, on TikTok and Instagram. bloomingvc on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yep. And my name is Hugo Pimentel. You can find me at Statchogit on everything. It's STATCHOGIT, just a made up word, and just go along with it.
And plug your podcast.
And I also have a podcast called Trust the Flow, and just search Trust the Flow podcast, and you'll find me on Instagram.
Yes, thank you for coming on. By the way,
yes,
I had so much fun.
Yes,
I love talking with you guys. Honestly,
they made me cry off camera.
Yeah, we did.
They were getting deep. They were picking my brain, bro,
and
knocking down my walls. But it's all right. Bye, guys. Love you guys.
Later, y'all.